separated from other impurities. It's kept here until a buyer sends a bulk carrier to dock at the mine's dedicated shipping port. And then it's back on another conveyor belt to a ship waiting almost a mile offshore. The vessels moving this material are some of the largest bulk freighters in the world. They're so large that they can't actually get that close to shore without a dedicated deep water port, and those are expensive. The port only handles two particular products in bulk. Ships take out raw alumina and bring in heavy fuel oil, which is used in a self-contained electrical plant to power both the industrial mine site and the local township. Both raw ore and liquid fuel can be piped or moved on a conveyor, so it's easier to get the cargo out across the ocean to the ship than to bring the ship to the cargo at the shallow shore. Once loaded, this glorified pile of dirt will start a 3-week journey up the Malacca Strait, through the Indian Ocean, the Suez...
This stresses me out. Like, I understand this was all developed in specialized trade over generations and years, but this is the supply chain for one singular cog in a printer. One.
Canal and the Mediterranean to end up here on almost exactly the opposite side of the planet, in Iceland. This small country is blessed with almost unlimited...
Wait, they shipped it to Iceland?
Through the Indian Ocean, the Suez Canal and the Mediterranean to end up here on almost exactly the opposite side of the planet.
They're shipping aluminum from Australia to Iceland to probably go to somewhere else to make 1/50th of a printer. What? Dude, Iceland's literally on the opposite side of the world.
This small country...
What the fuck do they need to ship it to Iceland for?
...is blessed with almost unlimited geothermal power, which makes the energy-intensive process of turning raw alumina into refined aluminium very cost-effective and environmentally friendly compared to alternative plants that power their operations with...
Dude, deadass, imagine living right there. Is this a nuclear power plant? These are like smokestacks. Dude, imagine living... That house is 100 feet away from that.
Fossil fuels. Thousands of tons of raw alumina oxide...
They're safe? Bro, I know they're safe and they rarely explode, but imagine your outside view being a literal nuclear power plant.
Operations with fossil fuels. Thousands of tons of raw alumina oxide is loaded into massive furnaces and then electrolytically separated into pure aluminium. If you ever did an electrolysis experiment in science class separating out hydrogen and oxygen, the process is almost the same, only it's done with molten metal instead of water, and the energy requirements are an order of magnitude greater. To refine just 1 ton of aluminium takes approximately 15 megawatt hours of electricity. To put that into perspective, that would be enough energy to drive a standard Tesla Model 3 over 60,000 miles, or...
How is it $50 for the fucking printer? How is it $50 for the fucking printer? Why is it not 35 grand? Enough energy to make 1 ton of this? 2,000 pounds? Just one part of this machine? Enough energy to fucking drive a goddamn Tesla around the world multiple times?
This plant, on the other hand, smelts more than 1,000 tons.
What is the circumference of the Earth? I know it's mass production. Bro, you could drive the Tesla around the Earth 3 times.
Every day. The reason it's worth it to ship this raw material halfway across the world is because the energy savings of refining aluminium in Iceland with its cheap electricity pay for the increased shipping costs more than 10 times over.
And somebody figured that out. Nah. Somebody figured that out, bro. Somebody was like, what if instead of making the aluminum here, we shipped it all the way across the entire world where they could use lava to do it and geothermal energy.
Once this process is completed, the molten aluminium is poured into ingot molds and then stacked into pallets, which can then be loaded back onto the same kind of bulk...
Yeah, and watch this motherfucker say they shipped that shit from Iceland back to China.
...carrier that delivered the raw materials in the first place. Normally these ships are loaded with loose dry goods, but they're effectively just big floating boxes. If they can safely store something in their holds, they can ship it. From there, the next destination, back through the Mediterranean and the Suez, is up to the Chinese city of Foshen.
Stop. Dude, this is too much. This is too much. This is too fucking much. This is for one, dude, this is just aluminum.
This industrial city center across the bay from
Pre-watch, bro, everything's made in China.
Hong Kong and Shenzhen has become a trade hub for raw materials like copper, steel, and aluminium.
Copper-tubing.
Vendors like Henan Aluminium Industrial Company will buy these ingots directly from smelting plants and then ship them to their
I think I need to invest in Henan Xinte Aluminum Industry Co. Ltd. I think I want to invest in this company in Henan, China.
warehouses across the river. These businesses then wholesale these raw ingots, but also turn them
How do I buy stock in that company?
into alloyed sheets and plates to be sold at a slight markup to industrial customers throughout southern China. A lot of these products are sold through existing contact networks, but if you're inclined to buy industrial quantities of metal, they also post their wares on sites like Alibaba. Although
I can buy the aluminum sheets from Alibaba. What would I use? Minimum order 25 tons? What the fuck? Why would I ever order 25 tons of fucking aluminum sheets from Alibaba? Even if you're a business, there's no way they're ordering that from Alibaba.
Although you do need to buy 5 tons at a time, so
Bro.
it should last you a while. The 6061 grade aluminium alloy from Iceland can actually charge a slight premium over regular sheets because certain suppliers prefer the European manufacturer's quality control and green manufacturing process. Of course, most manufacturers simply don't care as long as the material gets the job done, so the marketplace between vendors and buyers is fierce. However, once a deal is made, 30 tons of cylindrical alloy beams are loaded onto a barge and floated another 1,000 kilometers up the Pearl River to a machining plant just on the outskirts of the city of Nanning. It's probably a city you've never heard of, but it's home to nearly
Oh yeah, but there's 80 million fucking people there. Hey, this is a random city in China you've never heard of in your entire life, but look how many fucking skyscrapers there are. This is where 1% of the world lives.
9 million people, and is
That's like New York City. This is a New York City of people.
a major producer of the parts that make the products you interact with every day. Once the beams are unloaded into the factory warehouse, they're loaded into grinding machines to etch out a basic spoke pattern, and then they're sliced lengthwise to produce hundreds of basic standardized gears. Mechanical parts made out of aluminium are not nearly as strong as those made out of steel, but the lighter weight and easier machinability of this metal makes it very popular for low-stress applications in basic consumer machines. Once they're machined, the pallets of
Bro, this is like a hyper in-depth episode of how it's made. Because how it's made will start with the items used. They don't start with the production and manufacturing of said items. Because how it's made would start with the cog. This is an entire episode of how the cog's even made.
gears and then shipped back down the river to another buyer who ordered the parts in bulk a month before. At this point, the 1 ton of raw bauxite scraped out of the ground back in Australia has been turned into 5,000 little metal gears. The net material hasn't
Awesome.
actually changed that much, apart from a few trace metals thrown in to form an alloy. However, as unrefined ore, it would sell in China for around $75 a ton. These basic gears, on the other hand, are now going to be sold in exactly the same city for $5,000.
I need to invest in this Chinese company. How do I do it?
A markup of 600%, which has so far justified every
Aluminum gears, chat. That's the business I'm getting into now.
step in the process, but it's not done yet. These gears are actually being forwarded from Guangzhou to another buyer in Vietnam. They're loaded onto a 20-foot shipping container and then into a small cargo ship, which will make the short 2-day journey from the Ocean Gate shipping terminal. No, not
A 2-day journey short?
that Ocean Gate, to the port city of Haiphong. Over time, as China has developed, it's actually started outsourcing a lot of its basic manufacturing the same way that the West has outsourced their basic manufacturing to China. Chinese workers and businesses have developed an array of highly technical industrial skills and expertise. Cities like Guangzhou are also not cheap to operate in anymore, and workers in these cities demand wages enough to compensate for this cost of living. What this means is that basic hand assembly is far more economical in Vietnam than it is back in China. Major manufacturers like LG, Samsung, Bridgestone, Yazaki, and Foxconn all have massive manufacturing plants in this city because it's one of the most competitive places in the world to put stuff together. It's still close to China, so technical pieces can be imported and assembled components can be exported with very few barriers, while line workers here simply earn about 1/5 of what similar Chinese workers would make a few thousand miles up north.
Damn. So we're buying shit from China, but China's outsourcing that to Vietnam?
In this
Or
case,
Thailand?
the gears end up in a smaller factory that specializes in low-end consumer hardware. Here, the gears are attached by hand to an electrical motor, which is then combined with lower-stress plastic gears.
I would go down the slides, because I feel like the water on the slides is probably fairly clean.
Put already some
What happened?
money here, and I put already there on the table.
Since I've been gone
Bro, he gave him... Oh, no, he didn't give him the money. He said if there's any money in there, he'll move it, because people will just take it out of the bucket.
for my room, we made $6. And
Score!
we got 2 rubber duckies. This is crazy. Guys, I'm back in my fits. Here's the plan. First, I have a dinner reservation at the steakhouse. I'm gonna take full advantage. Second, tonight we're commencing something called the bar crawl.
Oh my god, my fucking nose is bleeding.
Have to drink 1 drink
No, I'm not getting a tampon yet.
at every bar on the cruise.
I love how everybody knows I'm about to grab a tampon if my nose starts bleeding. Okay, chat.
And third, I have a last-ditch plan that can make or break this entire thing. We have a long night ahead of us. Let's do this. At this point, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I got my basket of bread, a glass of wine, and I crushed my starter within minutes. I got my
All right, those coconut shrimp looked really good.
New York strip steak and enjoyed it thoroughly, knowing that I had a little trick up my sleeve. I'll be honest, the steaks are pretty hard to eat. They fill you up very fast, but luckily, I prepared for this moment. See, earlier today, I asked one of
Oh, he's doing the Olive Garden breadstick thing. Is he going to start shoving New York strips in a fucking plastic bag? Jack, please. Jack, you are at a fancy restaurant. You're going to start slipping fucking New York strips into your pocket?
the maids for these trash bags, and we're gonna use this trash bag to get a few more steaks. I'm gonna have to do this a little bit secretly
Bro, secretively, you're going to have to space him out by like 20 minutes, too.
because there's a lot of workers around me. I guess you could say the stakes are high. Now's my chance.
Okay, seeing this as another person at the restaurant, though, would be actually fucking hilarious. Like, imagine you're eating food like 3 or 4 tables by, and you're like, I think that guy's slipping his meals into a trash bag.
I don't think anyone saw me. We have 1 steak in the bag. I got 1 more steak.
Even as a worker? Yeah, I don't think they're going to say anything. Chad, if you work here, are you going to fucking say something? You know how weird that fucking interaction would be? Sir, we're not allowed to give you more New York strips. I saw you putting it into a Glad trash bag.
do this. Oh my god!
My God, I think it just fell on the floor.
Steak. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Oh my God, it got all over his bag.
Fuck. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, it's all over my backpack.
No one here knows I have steaks in my backpack.
Alright, guys. Oh my god. You hungry?
Huh?
You want some steak, bro? This could be a once
This kid's about to run
in a
away.
lifetime opportunity right here.
That's in the nasty.
Oh,
I was like yesterday. I was just watching.
oh, you watch me?
Oh my God, he knows who Jack is.
Oh wow, this is embarrassing. I didn't know.
Can I get a fishy?
Of course, bro. Can I put the steak in it? Let's go. No. Sorry. Alright.
Alright,
Let's
thank
go. Hey, nice to meet you.
you. Nice to meet you.
Well, guys, it's time for the legendary bar crawl. 1 man, a ridiculous amount of bars, and a degenerate amount of drinks. Depending on how many drinks I could consume tonight, could determine the outcome of this entire video. You guys are
$200 left. Do you think he's getting that much down in 1 bar crawl?
truly witnessing history happen. I mean, it's not important history, but it's history. You know what I mean? Let's get it, baby.
Record that.
Wow, you just knocked my phone out of my hand.
Wow.
Why?
You're a little stronger. Hold your phone.
Oh,
Oh my god, you're so funny. Oh my god, is that a vodka Red Bull? Just a gal's night out? What are you guys doing later? Nothing? Oh. Oh, that's nice.
nice.
Wow, you're blending up on your
Oh, she's pissed drunk.
All right, guys. Really good energy here at bar number 1. It's going great. Cheers. I don't know.
Yeah, he's really creeping on you right now. Yeah, that's why he's hovering. Not like he was ordering a drink at the bar. Yeah, no, he's definitely being a perv here.
Apparently I'm a pervert. Have a good night. Oh my god. Bro, it's gonna be a long night.
I would have been way ruder than he was. I would have been like, yo, you're flattering yourself. I'm sorry. I'm just... Oh, he could have been such an asshole right there. Yo, this is so copyrighted. Editor. Oh, yeah. Fucking cut this shit out. Play on mute, bro. It's just him gulping down drinks. Wow, that is the entire song still playing. Holy fuck.
I want to say, drink responsibly. Don't do this. This is stupid. With that being said, let's keep going.
Fuck! Surely it's not playing the entire time, right?
Well,
Oh, he ate an entire
I
pizza?
didn't want it to come down to this, but here we are. Behind me is the casino.
Ooh. Minus $200.
Goes, God, okay.
Oh, he's fucking hammered. There's no shot he's gonna make right decisions in this casino.
I'm gonna put the
He has to, yeah, he has to go on roulette. He's not gonna be able to play like a card game.
remaining $224 on this cruise card. The way I do this is I always put it in the hands of a stranger. Oh my gosh, bro. I am so nervous right now. I'm putting all my money on black or red. What do you think I should do?
Always go black.
The last
I like that. I like that. I like that.
time I trusted a stranger, I lost.
You're gonna win.
It always comes down to the wire, and I always lose. But tonight,
Nah, red. No, you always go black. If you're doing one bet, you go black.
let's change that. Wish me luck.
You gotta stick with one. And it's not even because you have a higher odds. It's like, if you always have one in your head, it makes it a lot easier, because if you start switching, then you're gonna keep being like, oh, I should have stayed. Oh, I should have done this. Just always bet on the same fucking color.
Black or red? What should I do?
Black.
What should I do? Black or red?
black. You're wearing
Bro, I mean, at this point, you have to. 3 people in a row.
black. It's like it's meant to
3
be.
people in a row.
Black. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Could I put $224 on black?
Okay, you're probably gonna have to do 225. I don't think they're gonna allow you to put $4 on black.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's do it. No, black. Yep, black. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Please. 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 Oh my god. It's so slow. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let it ride! Let it ride! Just full fucking change of emotions. Lets it ride, doubles it down, bro. That'd be $1,000. Misses. Oh no!
I won. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 500.
Thank you. We just profited.
I would not leave. That's what my problem is. If I had won that, oh my god, I'm letting it ride. There's no shot, because the thought in my brain is I'm up right now, but if I let it hit again, I have $1,000 versus me walking out like up 224, up 225.
From an all-inclusive
I think he actually ended up doing 250
cruise.
because he has 500 there.
I can't believe it. Thank you guys for watching. I freaking love you.
I love that video. How the Super Bowl really works. I'm excited for this video. I know the Super Bowl just happened, but I went, so I feel like I could give my own personal insight on it too, so it'd be really cool to, like, you know, converse about it.
The Super Bowl isn't just a football game. It's a logistical monster. Behind one kickoff is years of planning, billions of dollars, and one of the largest security operations in the country. Entire cities compete for the right to host it. Thousands of workers.
Security's pretty lackluster, I'm not gonna lie. Snuck an edible into that bitch. Got in there with weed. Well, I don't know if they were searching for that. They did have drug dogs. They did have drug dogs, but I had that shit in my pocket. You walk through a metal detector and they wave you with a wand too. That's it. But they do have security guards everywhere. They had security guards, cops everywhere.
Volunteers, media members, and law enforcement agencies are involved.
They shut down all the roads outside of it. That was like part of my complaint was when I left through the west side, and I was supposed to go to the east side to get in my car so I could go back. Or not my car, get in the car. I had a driver. And we had to walk like 2 miles because every road was fucking closed. So I'm just walking on a highway all the way around the stadium, this big lap, because they close off every fucking road.
Private jets flood airports. Hotel rooms disappear.
Yeah, dude, booking a hotel was actually so painful in San Fran. The Super Bowl was in San Jose. There were about 0 hotels in San Jose. I didn't want to stay there anyway because everybody told me that was a dud city and there's nothing to fucking do there. And I was there for like a week. So I stayed in San Fran because it's only like an hour away. And even in San Fran, bro, the hotels were like $700 a night, $650 a night. It was horrible. And there was like 3 hotels that were open. Everything else was booked.
And for 1 week, everything in that city revolves around a single event. So how does the NFL actually pull it off? In this video, we're breaking down how the Super Bowl really works. From host city selection, Super Bowl week logistics, to broadcasting, commercials.
Bro, it was the perfect, I'm not gonna lie, like, Levi Stadium in San Jose was the perfect fucking stadium for the Super Bowl. The amount of people that are showing up was not even a problem because there's San Jose Airport and San Fran Airport 45 minutes away from each other, 2 big-ass cities, and Oakland across the water. You could, like, they had no problem holding that amount of people. Like, when they have the fucking World Cup in New Jersey. Cooked. C-O-O-K-E-D. Cooked. That shit's going to be terrible. Already overcrowded ass state. And then on top of that, we're going to have millions of people flying in. You're on crack. Newark Airport, the worst airport in the fucking world. Newark Airport. Worst airport in the fucking world, dude. We're going to have everybody flying in there. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Have fun getting your fucking flight 9 hours early to stand in line for fucking 6. Hell no. But I will say, I was worried that on the way home from the Super Bowl, I was going to, like, be in a line waiting to leave at the airport. Bro, we left the next day at noon. We walked through security. There was no line. I was like, where is everybody? What happened to the 70,000 people that showed up?
And everything that happens once the final whistle blows.
At SFO? Yeah, there's nobody there. After party? Well, I left on Monday. Yeah, they used private jets. I was a chud. No, I wasn't because there was an Eagles player on the flight with me.
The planning for the Super Bowl start with the selection of a host city. To host the Super Bowl, you first have to place a bid, which normally starts about 4 years out, and the NFL considers a multitude of factors to select a host city. The NFL...
I thought if you're the host city, you can't be in the Super Bowl. Am I wrong? When was the last time the Super Bowl was held in the city of a competing team? Yeah, in 2022. Oh, no, it's 2022. When the LA Rams... Yeah, the LA Rams hosted at their own stadium. And then the Bucks. Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Well, I haven't been paying attention.
Well, considers stadium quality and capacity, obviously, but also many other factors like hotel inventory, airport capacity, the climate of the city if the field is in a dome, security on hand, and corporate infrastructure. To get the game, host cities will come up with intricate plans that cost millions of dollars to prepare. This may seem backwards, but it's actually an investment. For example, Las Vegas spent roughly $60 million preparing for the Super Bowl. But the return was massive, with an estimated economic boost hovering around $600 to $700 million, a 10x.
They made $700 million in their city in the fucking, 2 days that the Super Bowl, shit took place there. I'm not gonna lie, they were hyping it up all over San Fran. When I was in San Francisco, I was there, a week before, and every business, every restaurant had Super Bowl specials, Super Bowl themed things, Super Bowl this, Super Bowl that. There was special events that were being held at Pier 39. They had stuff going on just trying to rake money in. And it was working, dude. Everyone was going to that shit.
Return. These investments are in a number of different things. Host cities will often renovate stadium locker rooms.
I didn't know the NFL doesn't pay for the halftime show. I knew that I learned that 3 years ago, that the artist has to pay for it.
Improve
or their sponsors, but they get the money back. You're still in set. The idea is hey, we're not gonna pay you to perform, but when you perform, your music's just gonna fucking spike. When Usher performed, I'm using Usher as an example because he's kind of an older artist that regained popularity. When Usher performed, his music tripled. Motherfuckers start listening. Yeah, people start listening to you again. Ludacris and Lil Jon and all those people when he performed.
Broadcast capabilities by adding new cabling for cameras and a host of other things. Cities will tightly map out traffic plans, trying to find the most efficient ways for fans.
How much do you think Kid Rock got paid to do the All-American halftime show?
To reach the stadium. Another important
probably $10 and a wet napkin.
Consideration is airport availability. There are plenty of commercial flights that will be arriving for the big game.
And he went, oh yeah.
But an even bigger consideration is being able to house all of the private jets. The Super Bowl obviously is just as much a social event as
what a problem to have. We have too many private jets coming in.
It is a sporting one, with thousands of celebrities.
Suck a dick, fly Spirit, bitch.
Athletes and business
You gotta be kidding me. Oh, we have too many private jets coming in. Some of our clients, all of our billionaires aren't able to come in. Fuck off.
Given this, a ton of private jets arrive every single year for the Super Bowl. For Super Bowl 58 in Vegas, approximately 882 private jets flew into the city for the big game. The year before that, in Phoenix, a record 931 private jets. Insane. The Super Bowl is labeled as an NSSE, short for a National Security Special Event. This means that a multitude of different security groups need to work together to ensure a smooth, safe event for everyone. That means a group effort and collaboration between the Secret Service, FBI, Department of Homeland Security.
Yo, I don't know if they had to do with it. There were so many homeless people in San Fran the day before and the day of the Super Bowl. None. I'm telling you, I would walk down an alleyway, there would be 9 homeless people on the sidewalk. When it was the day before the day of the Super Bowl, they were gone. I don't know where they were, where they put them, if they moved out or something. I moved out. I don't know where they moved them.
State police and local law enforcement. The exact number is tough to pin down, but it is estimated that the FBI, DHS, and Secret Service contribute anywhere from 500 to 700. State and local law enforcement between 1,200 and 2,000. And roughly another 200 to 400 from the National Guard. All told, well over 3,000 plus security members help secure the Super Bowl. To house everyone visiting, hotels work overtime. In New Orleans, it was estimated that 43,000 hotel rooms were roughly 90.
Yeah, hotel's working overtime. Meanwhile, my hotel has one plunger that they pass around for each person when a fucking toilet clogs. I mean, you gotta be goddamn kidding me. Oh, we're really hyping up the Super Bowl here. Why do we not have a plunger in every fucking hotel room? I mean, what type of stupid shit is that? I have to call you? I call the guy. You'll see it in the vlog. I was getting mad. Like, I clogged my toilet. I try unclogging it with my foot. It doesn't go, okay? It doesn't go. And this is like a 20-minute process, right? I'm giving the double flush, the triple flush. We're on the brim, right? Like, the water's almost spilling over. So it goes down. Like, people are going to come cuddle with their dying grandparents.
Like 5 nurses trying to hold the bed down and get her up for a bath, and she's just flopping around in the middle like a fish. AI has a habit of doing this. Here's a photo, a real story. The Arizona Fire Department had 19 babies born to the 18 firefighters inside of 1 year. AI decides, no, I can do that photo. Baby, yeah, I've seen one of those before. Yeah. Hey, you guys. My favourite baby. God bless. Folded hands. Am I crazy, or does this child look like that wild...
But why would somebody make that into AI if it's already a real image? Like, they didn't change anything. They just said recreate this in AI. Like, just to see if it could copy it.
Yes, restoration of that Jesus portrait done by that old lady in Spain. Could it be? The wadded up tissue next to the game. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. The AI was wrong for that. Dr. Pepper slippers coming soon to Walmart, Red Heart.
Dr. Pepper slippers. What about this is AI? If upside down, it says Fot Care Set instead of Foot Care. Look at her hand. Yeah, but I mean, it's behind the box. It's upside down. Well, yeah, but oh, well, yeah, that part is upside down. But it also says Fot Care Set instead of foot.
Oh, it's so good at making it look like an actual Walmart. Yes, but Fot Care. How far can animals identify us? What happens in that 600-yard window where you can be identified by a falcon, but not by a falcon? Schrodinger's falcon. Plus, that's not a giraffe. Me and my
husband after 23 years with the same pose and fun.
Husband after 23 years with the same pose and
Yeah, 23 years ago, Buddy had an Apple AirPod.
fun, winking face with tongue, smiling face with 3 hearts. Right.
And then now the AirPods, like, merged into his ear.
Because AirPods were a thing 23 years ago. They were.
Wow, this is fun to try and spot, like, what's wrong. Because honestly, I don't want to say, like, I wouldn't fall for this, right? Like, if I actually stared at it. But if I was scrolling on, like, just any social media and I saw this image, I wouldn't like it. I would just go, meh. Because I just wouldn't give a shit. If this was real or not, I just wouldn't care, right?
He wore them so much, they became one with his ear. You're being really insensitive right now. I love how the print...
And that is a problem, because then it makes, like, social media full of just, like, bot... Like, not just dead internet theory of, like, you know, the majority of social media interaction is done through bots, but also just, like, what you watch is bot content, but the bot content isn't intriguing enough for you to investigate it, so you just go, and just scroll. I've guaranteed you've seen AI images or modified ones, haven't noticed, it's gotten a lot more prevalent. Oh, no, I agree. There's probably been instances where I've seen AI imagery and just not known or cared to even check.
Ingles aged too. Spirit science. Posts. Look at this hidden sugar and common drinks. Every choice we make carries
IOST, energy juice drink, Red Bull.
weight, and awareness is a powerful tool. I like how the bottom of the Coke can bows outwards to fit the curve of the C of Coca-Cola. Red tea, my fave. Who the fuck out here drinking sugar water? Like an ant? Or perhaps a hummingbird? Or...
We're already gone everywhere.
Oh, God. Are there people that drink sugar water? Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Whoa!
I was going to say, that would be like 100 grams of sugar.
Top 10 richest billionaires 2025.
Jeff Bezos, Maryville. I don't know some of these people. Mark Zuckerberg. That's not Mark Zuckerberg.
I love how this looks like an in memoriam post. Combined wealth. There are trillions of dollars faced with tears of joy emoji. Who we got here then? Jeff.
Yes, Tom Cruise, $281 billion. I don't even know if Tom Cruise probably has like one at most.
We got here then Jeff Bakes, Mal Gibson, Mark Zuckerberg, and what? Yes,
Adam
if I find
Sandler.
Elon Musk is upsetting, lol. Whilst we're on the topic of Musk, here's his family tree, posted unironically. Oh god, this isn't how you do a family tree. This is a family wreath. Fear the nameless Musk, born 2021. Dolly Parton impersonator meetup in Texas.
I believe this. I know, like, looking into it, there's probably something that makes it, yeah, like this. But looking at it, I'd be like, oh, who cares? Scroll.
Is that Mr. Poopy Butthole on horseback on the right? Oh, wait. Oh, I missed this event, and I live right up the street from Boris Lufthansa. I have truly never, in all my 75 years, witnessed such a charming little display of determination mixed with cozy desperation. Brilliant. Fabulous idea. I'd have made besties with him and...
Who's putting fabulous idea? Bart Denver is a fucking NPC, bro. Oh my god, we're in the pit vipes in the profile picture. What do you mean, brilliant idea? You're gonna set up a tent at a fucking airport? What? That's not a good idea.
Held up in there. Yeah, you know how you can never understand the overhead speakers? It's because they're speaking this language.
The flight to D1 is late.
Oh, no, I'm never going to get to Del Rito in time for Thameskivong. Amarillo reflects a classic American plains city, known for highways, open land, and regional travel
Where the fuck do you get off that roundabout? It's just an infinite traffic circle. You just spawn there and you can never leave.
routes that connect communities across the central United States. Love the big circle road with no off-ramp, lol. We just be driving in circles out here. Hey, I live there. This isn't AI. I once accidentally teleported into the circle. I had to call for help to get out, loudly crying face emoji. Yeah, this is what Amarillo actually looks like, if anyone was wondering. Where's the circle? I only order the cheeseburger.
0 cheeseburger. $9,000.
But the table is saying to split to bill evenly. What were your eyes emoji? That's why when you start ordering, tell the waiter to separate checks, yeah? Problem solved. Josh, mate. Oh yeah, what, that new place over on Pemnaviventag, ACMV, Weshenheim, DC? Yeah, I was just there last week. Pemnaviventag is my favourite German holiday. Bro got charged for 0 cheeseburgers. Face with scissor.
And what the fuck is La Flave Mantra Cat? $4,000.
Face with tears of joy. AI loves receipt posts for some reason. I broke the #1 rule and took a
$285 at a fucking Olive Garden? What would you possibly have bought? Also, everything there is $1, $2, $5, and like $40.
co-worker on a date. We picked Olive Garden because it felt safe, casual, neutral, HR-approved vibes. Everything was cool until the check came. You're talking such shit. What do you mean you're taking her on a date? You've both got wedding rings on, and you're holding a receipt which says you've had a tiramisu, but she's still eating her salad. Let's just have a closer look at that receipt, shall we? 1 tier of Fiddig with 1 Nutella tea and 1 wet towelettes. 2 Nuttig Nutties with Oid Betis. 1 Tisair, nut. 1 Tersarius, and 1 Triscuit. Add $1, $2, and $2.50, and $5, and $5.20, and $3, and it makes the total a $285.50. Duh, face with rolling eyes. And yet, almost every pleb gobbles it up, besides the odd cautious, is this a...
Oh my god. Dated a coworker, now married with 2 kids. Is this AI generated? Married my manager. Oh my god, bro. Like, we're entering the new wave of, like, people going to get genuinely scammed. Like, I think AI influencers is going to be even worse, where it's not like... We watched that one video about an openly AI, like, Instagram influencer and how they get sponsors and shit. I think it's going to be, like, so bad that on Instagram, there's going to be... It's going to be before... Like, I know Kwebbelkop's trying to fast-track this fucking Kwebbelkop AI shit and have, like, YouTube... merge with AI, and you're gonna have like AI gamers. I don't think that's gonna happen for a long time. I think more realistically, there's going to be like flat out Instagram influencers that aren't real and you don't know.
AI generated? Of course it is. Who would have taken the picture? Both his hands are on the receipt.
Are you AI? Yeah.
Living that DualShock life, video game growing heart.
1 shoe.
That controller is plugged in to potato chips. Fucking poster says scheme. Skull emoji. What happened to Crash? Look what it did to Space Jam. Swamp Jam is an absolute classic. I wore a sneaker on one foot and went barefoot on the other, which was the style at the time. Yeah, when your mum barges in your room when you're hanging out with your friend, so your shirt is backwards and you only have one shoe on. Collector's automobile dash symbol. Cars 4 2026 hype. Lightning McQueen.
Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? There's another Lightning McQueen in the back with one eyeball. Oh my god. No, this is terrible.
He's back. Seymour. No, don't Seymour. This is AI. Disney said multiple times they'll never make another movie due to Pixar no longer having the partnership with the animation studio that did the Cars and Planes movies. Nice. I mean, you didn't really need to say that because there's a Cyclops with a three-eyed one. What is this supposed to be? What the fuck is this? Jesus is still king. Can I get an amen? Amen. No, wait. Aim. His own patch says Jesus. Is he saying he is king? Weight loss salad. Cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, onion. Those are some big fucking cherry tomatoes, lol. Stinky dicks, bagel seasoning, when only the finest will do. And the dressing only has 50 muffle per serving. Jack-o'-lantern emoji, POV, Halloween in the 90s, jack-o'-lantern emoji. More AI, which...
What, because there's just like pumpkins in the street? I think I'd fall for this one because nothing stands out as like absurd to me.
Tragically, humans were reacting with their real organic memories to. Yeah, I really miss when I was a kid and we just put pumpkins in the middle of the road. Nobody puts pumpkins in the middle of the road anymore. I miss the days when street lamps were just long sticks with nothing at the top. I also really miss those teeny tiny automobiles from the 90s that got banned after that one incident in 1999 that caused the media to erase them from the cultural continuum. I'm imagining a horror movie where someone gets sucked inside one of these AI hellscapes. Grocery store, 1920s. Hashtag vintage retail. Hashtag
Selling a lot of peas. Peas 15 cents. Peas 15 cents. Peas 15 cents.
women of the 1920s.
Peas and coffee. Is that the only thing that they sell?
Hi, yeah, I'll take some peas and some, peas. Oh, and some puffers. Coffee and peas is all one needs. In Mobile, Alabama, 23-year-old Red Lobster server arrested after no-tip receipt sparks seafood night chaos. Now, this is a tough one, and obviously it's got all the guys out there making fools of themselves. I mean, maybe it's real. Maybe it's real. Yeah. Oh, there's just one thing I find mighty confusing. It says the mugshot there is taken on the 18th November, 2025. Now, see, I thought Mobile Alabama's Red Lobster shut down on May 2024. That's awful curious. Plus her Def Leppard shirt says Def Leppin. These are the sorts of AI photos which go the most undetected, though, largely as men on Facebook with these sorts of profile pics are too busy commenting like, I mean, Jesus.
What did that say? Come arrest me and book me to your life, Miss Officer.
Commenting like, I mean, Jesus.
So you're saying when a man gets you as his girl, you come with handcuffs? Count me in.
Christ, what are you doing? The comments are insane. Some motherfucker really said, oh, wowzers. But just look at the badge. It's literally a capture. And another tell, actually sit back and think about what you're looking at. No one would do this. At 53, he sang one song and blah, 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 blah. We are getting into the minutiae of clues here, but sometimes that's what's required. This is AI.
Ripped Eminem with just a million scars.
Eminem has a skull mushroom on his left arm, and Ronnie R.I.P. is at the bottom of the tattoo, not the top. I have the exact mushroom on my head, so I know. Yeah. I mean, they also kept the prompt, so sometimes.
Where? Oh. Just Truth, Scars, Legacy, Ren and Rhyme, ultra realistic, AK detail, shallow depth of field.
Digging down into the tiniest of clues isn't required, though. German short-haired pointer group shared that loyalty never fades, only remembered in silence. Generations pass, but a German short-hointed coins aunter always remembers what loyalty feels like in silence. What?
All right, WVid, though. That was fun. All right. Can I survive a day with Navy SEAL? Nope! I'm already saying, nope! Can't do that. Hell no, survive a day with Navy SEALs. I bet it's going to be dumbed down a little bit. Like, I doubt they're actually doing buds training. Anything where they're like, I'm drowning is a no-go. You know, chat, I started off topic, but it has to kind of do with the video. I started watching this new Fear Factor. I used to watch Fear Factor like way back, like with Joe Rogan, like years ago. They have this Fear Factor now that's kind of like akin to like Big Brother with Johnny Knoxville called House of Fear. And it's kind of corny, but it's also interesting, and they do stuff that is scary. I think I could do anything on Fear Factor outside of like anything that requires me drowning. I think I could eat like a dead, like something gross. Like, I think I could eat like a poop sandwich. Dude, it's 200K on the line. 200K on the line, they put a shit sandwich in front of you, bro. I'm getting it down. I'm getting it down. $200,000. Bro, come on. That or like, bro, there will be shit where it's like, you got to eat a bug. I'm like, eat a bug, bro. I ate a bug for fucking 300 biddies. That on stream. Fucking eat a bug for 200K. Oh, no, I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, get the fuck out of here. You ain't ready for the show. Like, because it removes it. It's like, I know I'm not going to die on Fear Factor. Like, I could sit in a tub of leeches. That's no problem. You know, pain is fine. Like, I could do Fear Factor. Yeah, put my hand through a tube and have a snake bite me. As long as it's not venomous, I'm not giving a shit. Spiders, don't care. I don't like spiders. I'm scared of spiders. $200,000 on the line. I'm locked in. I'm locked in, you know? Like, no fucking problem. I was watching it last night. I'm talking to Brooke. I'm like, yo, I think I could eat a fucking live squid. Like they do in like certain Asian countries like Thailand or wherever. Yo, I think if you, 200K on the line, you put a fucking rat in front of me and go eat it. I'd go, hype myself up. You couldn't? Bro, I would try. I'm at least trying. Like, bro, 200K, I'm eating a rat. I'm eating a rat. A live rat? No, no. I would kill the rat. I'd eat like not a live chicken. I would eat like a raw chicken for like 200K. Get salmonella. Go to the hospital. No! That's where I'm calling it quits. Tie my arms behind my back and throw me in the water. I'm done. Hitting the panic button. It's over. That's like the guaranteed thing I could not do. Like, there's other shit that I might be too scared of unless I'm in the moment and then I gotta find out. I know I couldn't do that. I would freak out.
There are 3 phases. Phase 1, physical conditioning.
Float. I do not have the body fat to float. I sink like a rock in the water. And all the guys would make fun of me around there. I know it, dude. If it started having death throes.
And certainly they're not eating sitting rats or anything like that. It behaves.
Like it started fucking clawing at me.
It's almost like a possum or something. It is way up there in the trees. We're only scouting the rooftops. So I don't think this is the kind of thing that you're used to seeing in, I don't know.
Oh, no, I would assume they would have lived on the ground. They're all in the fucking tree branches.
Average household. It is one big, gnarly looking thing though. And took a few shots to get it down, but there she is. Look at that. It's like white-tailed, crazy looking creature.
Possum. I would rather eat rat. I would rather eat rat and snake, maybe bat over possum. I think out of any animal, possums would taste probably bottom 5. They are like sewer gross animals. Like, they don't live in the sewer, but they're disgusting. Like, possums live in their own filth. They fucking play dead. They're like the only North American marsupial. Their kids like latch onto their back. They're always covered in like fucking poop. It's disgusting.
That's essentially the process. Put in some miles, find a promising spot, put in a call and see if you hear something back or see some movement. We spotted a little one, but they don't shoot him. They want him to grow into a big fat rat for eating later. And we do this trick where we keep turning off the lights and trying to call, but failing so far. But it's fun. Along the way, we're taking stops, quick smoke breaks, swapping a few stories, and then just getting back on the move. Hi guys, it's break time. We have one rat down, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of work for one rat. Like, this is some thick ass jungle at points. We've been through, I don't know, thick, almost like scrubby stuff. We've been through large elephant grass. We've been
Why don't they breed them? I feel like rats fuck like crazy now. Same thing with like rabbits. Like, why don't you like just capture like fucking 10 of them and then breed them.
The cacao trees here are everywhere, but nearly every pod that we passed has been ripped open, destroyed by the rats. It's pretty clear that these things aren't just food, they're also a problem. So the local farmers love it when these hunters are out and about trying to get
So it is. Yeah, I forgot. It's like a pest control thing.
rid of them. We push on past old farmhouses, stopping along the way every now and then to gather mushrooms and nuts that we might use for cooking later. Hey guys, I think we've come to a clearing. I can hear the river just like raging behind us, so we've started to sort of collect small branches and trees. I think the deal is I make up some plates. I don't really know how we're going to cook up these rats. I suppose we need a fire. To begin the cooking process, the rats.
I would be so nervous to start a fucking controlled fire in the middle of a jungle. Like, I know I would burn that shit to the ground.
We have two rats just kind of roasting on sticks over this fire right now.
The shows can cost anywhere from $10 to $20 million to produce, and we have seen a ton of great performers. This year's performer is Bad Bunny, but icons like Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna, and recently Taylor Swift, who set the record for most costume changes last year with 7, have at one point graced the stage. The wild thing about selecting a performer is almost no one gets selected twice as a headliner. Only Gloria Estefan, Beyonce, and Justin Timberlake have headlined multiple times. It's an exclusive club.
Be a Justin Timberlake halftime show. That motherfucker just gonna be holding the mic up to everybody. You see him do that shit? Dude, the amount of artists, the amount of like white guys in their 30s that like sing, and whenever they do a concert now, they just get the audience to sing the whole thing. I'm like, yo, we paid to see you sing it. Hey, if I wanted a listening party, I'd just get in a room with, 10 of my friends. Like, what are we doing? I sing the song. Or like rappers too. When rappers do that, like I get you doing it for like a popular line, but like, I mean, maybe once or twice.
Twice as a headliner, and a true testament of a performer's popularity. The game and the halftime show are obviously the major draws of the Super Bowl for those in attendance, but the Super Bowl is a one-of-a-kind experience. And how much does it cost? The cheapest seat last year on resale markets just before the Super Bowl started was anywhere between $2,200.
That's what it was this year. I saw a TikTok of a guy, he got one for like $22.05. The average cost of a ticket this year, I'm not sure about average, but like a normal section, like non-nosebleeds, was about like $5K.
And $2,600.
Like day of. Weeks before, maybe like $8K.
The average resale ticket price last year was $8,076. Tickets for first row in the 50-yard line, upwards of...
That's not that bad. Oh, no, it's extremely overpriced. It's extremely overpriced. It's because resellers know they can get that value, right? It's like the average person that's getting those tickets isn't reselling them for, like, they didn't get those tickets for that amount. The NFL's not making the money on that. Like, they're not the resellers. The NFL is not making the money on the ticket sales. Like, the NFL's not getting the 8K. Josh, with 3 kids that's reselling his tickets, is getting the 8K, right? It's like somebody that's reselling the ticket.
$56,000. Insane prices. But they are nothing in comparison to the suites. The tiers are normally as follows. Upper Bowl run around $2,500. Lower Bowl can run between $4,000 to $10,000. Club level tickets are between $8,000 to $15,000 and offer super unique experiences. 50-yard line and sideline tickets range between $5 and $20K. And
yeah, anything directly behind an end zone is going to be a lot cheaper than I think corner views actually might be the cheapest. Most people want to buy seats on the sides here, and then you have club level. Then people do like being in the end zones to support their team on, one of the halves. And then just nosebleeds nobody wants.
The Super Bowl suites are crazy. Super Bowl suites last year ranged between $750,000 and $2.5.
Well, and a lot of the Super Bowl suites they're not getting bought by individuals a lot of the time. Like, you might have a Super Bowl suite that's just owned by, Morgan & Morgan. Like a bank or a brand or a company is going to reserve this for $2.5 million and invite investors and invite famous people and invite things like that. So a lot of the people that are in these suites aren't actually paying to be there. They're getting bought by a company or a brand that's then sending, 30 people to be in this suite.
Million.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Speed and Mr. Beast were in the same suite or some shit. I wasn't in a suite. I was in the stands. Section 231.
That is one expensive game. Of course, there are a lot of perks that come with it. At least we'd hope so, for the price.
Suite seats are definitely the best way to view the game, in my opinion. I think outside of being on the field, I think being on the field is a better fan experience. But the best spot to watch a game is the suites. You have your own fucking chat. It's the all-encompassing aspect. It's not just the view. The view, I think, is one of the best. You have your own fucking bathroom. That's everything. Not only do you have better seats, like more comfy seats, you have probably a fucking open bar. You have your own fucking bathroom.
The suites include anywhere from 15 to 50 seats, depending on the size. They also come with buffets of gourmet food prepared by expert chefs, multiple flat screen TVs, service staff.
TV shit's stupid, dude. If you're watch the fucking game. Why are you watching on the TV? Only spot, you know where they need to put the TVs? The fucking bathrooms. I think the problem with that, though, is then people would stay in the bathroom and not miss shit, and then that would cause, like, clutter. Only spot where I was watching the game on the TV was when I was in line to get a drink. Yeah, two Bud Light seltzers. Tap my card. Yeah, thanks, boss.
Many packages offer meet and greets with players, field access before the game, and exclusive parties only for suite holders. Is that worth the price of admission? Speaking of money, gambling during the Super Bowl is huge. Last year, it was estimated that 1.3...
Chad, I'm not going to lie. I may have lost some of the winnings that I won betting on the game on DraftKings, like last night.
$9 billion.
May have bet on an Olympic thing randomly that lost, and then I kind of tried to win it back playing Hold'em poker.
Was gambled on the Super Bowl. According to the
$1.39 billion was gambled on the Super Bowl?
According to the American Gaming Association. Other estimates indicate that overall gambling was a lot larger, totaling over $6 billion. Who placed the largest bet? And how much did they place? Mattress Mac, who you may have heard of, still holds the record for...
I think... Okay. There was an old man that looked just like him who got Fan of the Year this year. Ed Callan. Oh, no, it's not him. Ed Callan was on my plane. Or Ed Callahan. Oh, he was the Eagles Fan of the Year. Yeah, this guy and the Eagles player was on my flight home. He sat right behind me. What a guy. Not Mattress Mac. I was going to say Mattress Mac is worth about $10 billion. Some bullshit.
For the largest bet, when he waged $5 million on the Cincinnati Bengals to win Super Bowl 56, breaking the previous record of $4.9 million set in 2002. That bet is still a drop in the bucket compared to the $1.39 billion that was gambled. So
there's definitely a higher bet than $5 million. I think $5 million on record. There's guaranteed been people that have put like 50 mil on a game. For sure.
What are all these people gambling on?
No, there isn't. Yeah, there is, bro. I feel like there's got to be... Bro, you're telling me some billionaire's never been like, y'all put 50 mil on this? Because it's just throwing money out, bro. Who cares?
The winner, of course.
Like, at that point, like, you're worth fucking $10 billion. You'd be like, yeah, 50 mil.
But more importantly, the prop bets. And believe me, there are a ton of crazy prop bets. Obviously...
Coin flip. Gatorade color. Will there be a quarterback to score a touchdown? Is there going to be a scoregami? What else? Is there going to be a streaker? That's only on certain things.
You can bet on players' yards, touchdown scorers, and others. But the Super
Those are the random bets. Yeah, but you could regularly do just same game parlay.
Bowl offers a unique menu. The most famous are the over/under for national anthem.
Ooh, I was saying that. I think Charlie Puth did a short one. this year.
And length, the color of Gatorade poured on the winning coach, and the result of the coin toss. But some sports books get really creative. Props offered on some sports books in the past have included crazy things like whether or not a player will propose after the game, whether or not an octopus, a touchdown and 2-point conversion by the same player will happen, if there will be a power outage, this happened during Super Bowl 47, if there will be a wardrobe malfunction, also happened before, and a host of others. The craziest prop bet that actually hit was whether or not there would be a streaker during the Super Bowl, although this one was removed for hilarious reasons. In 2021, a fan placed a $50,000
Yo, this video was made before the Super Bowl, and then the same guy did it this year.
bet that there
The odds were only like plus 300.
would be a streaker during the Super Bowl at plus 750. So what did he know? Well, apparently a lot. The fan then
That's not the same guy.
attended the Super Bowl and made sure his bet hit in the most hilarious way possible. He was in line for $374,000 payday, but the sportsbooks obviously found out he gamed the system and
Yes, it is. That is not the guy that Super Bowl streaked this year.
voided the bet. Wild. Once the
Oh, it is? He lost weight? Dude, he looks so much different.
game is over and a champion has been crowned, the bets have been cashed, the cleanup
If that's him, that looks like an entirely different person.
begin. This may seem like a long drawn out process, but the host city and stadium normally has a ton of help. Within the first couple of hours, most of the trash inside of the stadium is actually removed and thrown away. After all of the fans have left, the deep clean begins. This is completed by stadium staff and special workers hired just for Super Bowl cleanup. Deep cleaning is completed over the next 6 to 12 hours. The workers power wash floors,
Oh, that wasn't him. It was, Alex G did it most recently before.
clean bathrooms, remove field markings, logos, and NFL markings, amongst a litany of other things. By the next morning, almost everything inside the stadium is cleaned up. But the trash and mess left behind outside the stadium is the real problem, and takes much longer. Over the next 2 to 3 days, volunteers help tear down and pick up all
Yeah,
of
people just throwing out trash on the side.
the fan events and trash that are left over from the massive event. All told, it takes roughly 72 hours to clean up after the Super Bowl, which, if you consider the sheer size of the event, is actually quite impressive. From there, audits on spending and reviewing of finances begin. These take quite a bit of time, but they are really the only thing left to do after the cleanup has been finished.
All right, I don't care about any of that.
And Super Bowls.
20 of the most watched Super Bowls. 23, 24, 25 in a row. And then it was just bouncing around, though, after that. That's kind of weird. Why was 2018 so low? Who played in 2018? Wasn't it the Eagles? That was the year the Eagles won. Why was that so low? Why was that a low? Dude, that was a great Super Bowl. Well, I mean, I thought it was a great Super Bowl. Anyways, I have to piss, and then we're going to watch the next video. How are you even supposed to prepare for Jeopardy anyway?
In July of 2024, I appeared on the game show Jeopardy, fulfilling the kind of lifelong dream you'd expect the son of 2 librarians to have. All things considered, it went very well. I won 9 games before losing my
Who is,
my 10th game on a tragic math error.
I haven't watched Jeopardy since 2018, maybe. Like that, Jeopardy's a show you watch with like your grandparents. And you never know the answer to any of the questions, and neither do they. So I never understand the appeal of Jeopardy as a show. Like, I think it's fascinating to see these people know just really obscure knowledge, right? Like, Brady said, I love watching Jeopardy. Very unsurprising, Brady. Very unsurprising. You telling me you like Jeopardy is like somebody telling me that the sky is blue. That's like very unsurprising. What I do want to say is in my years of watching Jeopardy, I have only known the answer to 3 of the questions. And it's always the questions that they don't know. Like Jeopardy contestants will know very obscure things, but get who won the last year's Super Bowl wrong. Like, they just read books, bro. They just know shit. Like, how are you just a thesaurus of knowledge? They don't teach them the topics. It's not scripted, chat. These guys are just geniuses. Like, this guy's a fucking smart ass motherfucker. Like, somebody said autism. Maybe it's like a savant thing, but I doubt every contestant on Jeopardy is autistic. I think they just know stuff, bro. How? Like, they walk in and the topic will be like random quotes from the 1300s. Who said this? Oh, I know. Bank. The son of the king in this time. Who the fuck would know that?
Well, tragic for me. I think Jay liked it. One of the most common questions.
Bro only won $1,799.
One of the most.
Yo, that's what sucks about Jeopardy. In Wheel of Fortune, even if you lose, you still win the amount of money you ended the game with. In Jeopardy, if you're not first place, you get like $1,000. Fucking wipe your ass with $1,000 in today's economy. You could give somebody $1,000. That's a lot of money. You're flying there, brother. Staying there. Yeah, they're probably paying for it. $1,000. It's taxable income.
Common questions I got after appearing on Jeopardy, other than why did they let you?
It's okay. You know, $1,000 individually, not as bad. What pisses me off is shows like America Says, bruh. America Says prize. How much do they win? $15,000. Whoop-de-doo. 15 grand split amongst 4 people, bruh. Are you serious? A potential $15,000. Lame. That's not, bro, like, I think if you get on a game show and win, you should get, like, a year's salary. Like, I understand America Says isn't the most popping show of all time, but it's like any of these weird fucking knockoff game shows that are on the Game Show Network, bro. The prize is like 10 grand and there's like a team of 5. 2,000 a person, maybe. Like Family Feud, you could win and still not get 20 grand. You could win and still get $5 a point and walk home with $300 fucking dollars and your dick in your hand. Like, what the fuck? That's terrible. $4,000 is life-changing money. No, it's not. What? $4 grand is not life-changing money. Most people can't even pay off 10% of their student loans. $4,000 fucking dollars. $4,000. It helps you. It's helping you in the next 3-4 months. It's not life-changing money. What is life-changing money? A life-changing amount of money to win is like $100,000. That's life-changing. That's you pay off your student loans and you could put a down payment on a car or a house. Like 100 grand's like, damn, that's money. You know? No, it's not. I'm saying life-changing in the fact that it's changing your life. Not life-changing like, oh, it's going to make you rich, right? But like it helps, it changes your life and day-to-day finances significantly.
How do you prepare for Jeopardy? Jeopardy has been around for over 40 years, but one surprising thing to me is that there are a lot of people out there who seem to believe that Jeopardy will give you some kind of study guide for what will appear when you're on it. This is not true, which is fortunate for me because I hate studying. Until you step foot on the outside.
And how do you just know that shit? Like what? How do you just know stuff? Like, can we look up a random Jeopardy question? Like, I step up on the Jeopardy board. The IT guy, published first. State of emergency. TV, a bill in Congress and unending. And TV isn't going to be like, which friend, what is the name of Monica's brother in Friends? It's not like pop culture quiz. It'll be like, who was the director of the original Bill Cosby show? And like, and they just know.
Whilst you're backstage, you have no idea what you're going to be asked about. Think of all those famous viral videos where contestants.
Tom Landry perfected the shotgun formation with this team. And that's one that they don't know. What?
And struggle to
the Bills?
Identify basic things about.
You just know that.
Rap music or sports. If they gave us a study guide ahead of time, don't you think somebody would be able to identify who the Dallas Cowboys are? So this raises a question.
Oh, you guys were just wrong. That's just throwing out Just throwing out fucking random shit. There was like 3 people that said the Cowboys. Everybody was saying the Bills.
How are you supposed to prepare for Jeopardy? I decided to make this video as a sort of guide for what I did. Keep in mind that I'm not an all-time great of the show, so take what I say with a grain of salt. With that
all-time great of the show, bro. You won how many games in a row? I think if you win Jeopardy one time, you have enough knowledge to be able to tell me how the game works.
in mind, I proudly present the definitive guide on how to win up to, but no more than, 9 games on Jeopardy.
How much money did he win? 9 games of Jeopardy? I feel like averagely they're winning like 10 to 20K an episode. Isaac Hirsch, winnings Jeopardy. He won more than 200K. He's one of Jeopardy's newest must-watch players. Yo, I wish there was like a fantasy league for Jeopardy where you could just bet on players. I feel like you could tell, bro. There's motherfuckers that step up there and you just know they're gonna suck. And they're still geniuses. You ever see an episode of Jeopardy where like one guy answers one question and he gets it wrong? I love that. He's just standing up there 30 minutes of runtime. He's a placeholder. He's just... They end the round negative. You ever see that shit? Because you could go in the negative. Yo, they should make it like high risk, high reward. You have to pay Jeopardy if you end in the negative. That would be awesome. Like, everybody would be so scared to answer the questions. You're just like... And going into double Jeopardy, we have Ryan with negative $10,000. He's just fucking shitting himself. There's like a 7-foot security guard standing behind him. He's just nervous.
Presumably, if you're interested in appearing on Jeopardy in the first place, you're at least a little interested in learning things and you know some stuff already. Although if you're not interested in learning things and you know nothing and you still want to appear on Jeopardy, I respect the hustle. It can be intimidating because Jeopardy can ask about literally anything. While Jeopardy can theoretically ask about everything, it can't literally ask about everything. There are certain things Jeopardy simply won't ask about because they're too obscure to reasonably expect contestants to know. For example, Jeopardy basically never asks about one of my favorite authors, the British spy novelist Eric Ambler, because not many people read his books nowadays and he's just not considered that important. So there's really only a limited...
Okay, like they're still asking such obscure things. What do you mean? They don't ask about Eric Ambler. Dude, they're asking about like random passages of Shakespeare. Like just, I know he's popular, but like who knows that?
Number of things that Jeopardy will expect people to know and therefore ask about, and that limited number of things we'll call the canon, with one N, not like a weapon. There's no definitive guide as to what's in the canon, but the more you watch Jeopardy, the more you get a general sense for what it is. There are certain things that come up so often that you must...
What's like a thing that you would really need to know? History. Historical knowledge is really important. What else? Like how law, but that's history. That like encompasses history. Sports, I feel like they don't really ask a lot about. Random pop culture stuff, but like really like artsy fartsy pop culture shit.
Must know them as a prerequisite for appearing on the show. World capitals, Shakespeare's plays, the presidents and where they're from, etc.
The presidents and where they're from. Yeah, where was Woodrow Wilson born?
One way to figure out what Jeopardy will ask about is to look at what they've asked about in the past. There's a wonderful website, j-archive.com, that has
recent Final Jeopardy. This author's wish to use different ink colors to represent multiple point of views was granted in 2012, 83 years after the novel's publication. Gun to my head, that's going off 1 million times before I get that. This author showed that abysses may exist inside a governess. A heroine? Heroine? What the fuck? This author showed that abysses may exist inside a governess. A heroine who was a commonplace spinster. Heroine. Am I saying that wrong? That word is heroin. The drug. Heroine? A female hero. They should change the name of that. The spelling of a female hero is the same spelling of a drug that people inject in themselves with dirty needles. Why are they spelled the same? Heroin doesn't have an E. Well, maybe let's change the word a little bit more than one letter. Heroin. I would have read that shit as heroin. I did read it as heroin. First Ladies. In 1941, she served briefly as co-director of the Office of Civilian Defense. Who would know that? Who would know that? That's a $100 question. That's easy. That's easy. 500 hard. On June 3rd, 1948, the 200-inch Hale telescope was dedicated atop this mountain. That one actually seems more reasonable. Let's go to a recent episode. Current season. We're going to go to the most recent episode. Midnight's Adults in Children's Literature. I'm in Sephora without my glasses. A minor distraction, rock, rap, and remember. Nothing But a G Thang is a classic collab between Snoop Dogg and this man. Like that one, there's a world where I could guess it. Nothing But a G Thang, Dr. Dre. Okay, then let's go. Rosa Parks sued this duo for using her name on a 1998 hit, but it still made Rolling Stone's list of 50 greatest hip-hop songs. I don't know a rap song that used... What was the answer? Outkast and Cameron. Empire State of Mind by Nas was a hit for Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Is a classic by the three-letter man who feud with Jay. I got that shit! I got that shit! That's $1,000. Oh my God, wait, actually I know some of these answers. All right, let's do one that I wouldn't know. Use your sixth sense. The Sixth Amendment to the Constitution says the accused has the right to a trial that is both public and this. Private? Speedy. Fuck.
As basically every game of Jeopardy that has ever been played. If you want to know whether Jeopardy will ask about a thing, let history be your guide. It's worth mentioning that the people who currently make Jeopardy have stated that they don't want people to be able to prepare just by memorizing J-Archive, and thus they continue to include more wordplay and vocabulary categories, things that are harder to study for via rote memorization. Some of the most dreaded Jeopardy categories actually have the smallest canon. Think of opera. Have you ever seen an opera? I haven't. I'm a complete Philistine. But the number of important operas and opera composers Jeopardy can actually ask about is pretty small. It's under 100 in my estimation. And once you start to figure out what those operas are, you start to be able to tell your Madame Butterflies from your Carmens from your...
Bro, but then you're just learning stupid shit that you're never going to get asked about. Like, you're just studying, bro, like, just walking into a library and reading shit. just to mind meld, dude. Just sponge information. I'm training for Jeopardy. I'm just going to go sit in on a 3,000 level class in college.
Or Il Scagliati's, which isn't an opera but some gibberish I just made up. One thing that separates Jeopardy from other trivia game shows is that there's a general tilt in the question writing towards things that are academically important. This means that you could learn a lot of what Jeopardy asked about if you'd just been paying attention in school the whole time. Unfortunately for me, I was too busy drawing comics where Captain Falcon and Kirby were best friends, so I had to come by this knowledge some other way. That other way was Quiz Bowl. Quiz Bowl has often inadequately been described as Jeopardy but with teams and longer questions, and sports for competitive children who can't run good. There's a considerable overlap between what Jeopardy will ask about and what Quiz Bowl asks about. And
This guy is such a nerd, bro. Yeah, and he won $200,000 for it.
Years of playing Quiz Bowl have stuck in my mind lots of facts that were very useful for Jeopardy. Finally, there's the matter of effectively learning things you didn't already know. Intellectual curiosity is only going to get you so far. Eventually, you're going to have to learn things you don't find particularly interesting, and for that, a lot of people turn to flashcards, especially apps like Anki. Jeopardy Masters Season 2 champion Victoria Gross has said
what about Quizlet?
That she has over 200,000 flashcards in Anki, which is wild.
Yo, y'all really have ChatGPT now, bro. Cheating on homework used to be so fucking hard, man. Like, having to look up shit or, like, make a Quizlet, bro, and you used to have to reach back to, like, a guy 3 states away from you that made a Quizlet in a similar class and only, like, 4 of the questions match. And then you got to go fucking find another one. And it was fucking so hard to, like, dude, cheating was so hard. Like, it used to be a struggle, bro. It was a grind. Yo, physics problems, yeah, you had to buy Chegg. You had to buy Chegg and talk to the fucking random guy that's trying to solve the problem in real time for you.
I did make a little over 1,000 flashcards in Anki in preparation for the Tournament of Champions on things I didn't already know. So
In this Sulawesi jungle. And they roast away until every last hair has kind of been singed off. And at this point, you could probably just eat them right away. But we've got a fair bit more prep to go because these guys take even their jungle meals pretty seriously.
These guys are blackened to a crisp and they are cooking away.
Now that the rat is cooked, they get large sections of bamboo, just really wide chunks of it, and start beating it into strips with a machete. They leave just enough fiber in between the different strips to hold it together, and it can be sort of unrolled.
Oh my god, are they gonna like... Wait. Are they gonna like oven bake the fucking rats? Like over the flame? Maybe not.
Tree branches are then lashed together with vines, the bamboo mat.
Or like rotisserie, they're gonna fucking... They're making like a makeshift fucking rotisserie thing.
Is laid on top.
Oh, no.
Some banana leaves are added, and
I'm guessing terribly.
you've got this kind of really cool setup, this jungle table of sorts. Meanwhile, 4 short sections of branch are hammered into the ground beside the fire to form a stand that's going to hold a pot for cooking rice. Another section of bamboo is used to sort of split open, creating these large water containers and a makeshift chopping board along the way.
This looks so complex. Oh, I think it is going to be like, not like an oven, but they're doing like, I think they're trying to transfer some of the, I guess the taste from, they said the banana leaves to the rats.
On the table.
Maybe package it up.
Oh, it's like a little chopping board. It's genius.
The rats are chopped into pieces, they're given a good rinse to just wash off that ash. Then we begin preparing the rest of the meal. They slice shallots, local herbs, lemongrass, and toss in some mushrooms that we gathered along the way earlier. Chilies and garlic.
Turns out they're hallucinogenic.
Garlics are mashed together in this rough.
That'd be an experience, dude. You're like, oh, yo, actually, rat's not that bad. Why do you have 3 eyes?
Wild mushroom salad going on the side. This chili mix spread out on top.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're doing a whole fucking buffet.
Kind of a wild dressing, but I'm digging it. Fireside. If you were telling me I was going to be eating this in the Sulawesi jungle not that long ago, I wouldn't have believed you. This looks pretty damn good.
And everything just kind of gets mixed together with a pinch of salt. And I sort of thought this was it. It was kind of like some jungle rat salad. But no, there's more cooking ahead also.
Yo, I gotta say, I could get behind the rat eating, chat. I could get behind it. I think the bat was a no-go for me. The skin looked disgusting, but the rat doesn't look that bad. I think because they already took out all the organs, and they're just, like, roasting the meat. So it's just meat, and they're doing, like, crazy-ass... Dude, they're, like, doing all their own handmade rice. They're doing fucking all these herbs and spices they're throwing in. They foraged mushrooms.
Every
long day till you're fucking starving.
Is then pushed into these long, thin bamboo tubes. Those
are
set against a rack that's made next to the fire.
2 a.m.
They lost me.
Sulawesi jungle. Tired as hell. Just want to eat some rat meat. Go to sleep.
And after about another 15-20 minutes, this elaborate meal is finally ready to eat.
I don't know. That makes me not like it anymore. The like aggressively like pushing it out of the tube and it just making that like plop noise.
I know, in fact, that this is standard Indonesian jungle fare. We have this crazy rat salad cooked in bamboo.
As long as they didn't do the bamboo thing, I would eat it. I would try it either way. Oh, you're going the whole fucking day. You're rat hunting, bro. I would have to taste it.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a rat curry. We're gonna see how it's done Down. They're like moving quick.
Damn, do people eat squirrels a lot too? I know people eat squirrels. I've never seen somebody eat a squirrel though either.
This half the stable's already really, really good. It's a ton of effort. I'm not sure it's worth the 3 hours trekking, having to hunt these
Yeah, I don't know about 3 hours to get fucking 3 rats worth of food.
things out of the trees, cooking them yourselves. I definitely just go to Tomahawk
Could have just gone to the market, bought them for $6.
Market, buy 300,000. Best deal out there. Check it out if you're ever in town, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, if I'm ever in town, I'll definitely go to the meat market and grab the 3 rat pack.
Jungle rats, pretty good. Oh, these guys love it. All right, now
That was such a fun video to watch. Like that took some turns I did not think it would take. When it was just the meat market, I was like, oh, they're probably gonna sell like poisonous animal. No, it's just bats. Bats and rats. Chat, I gotta piss real quick, then we're hopping to the next. The horrors of DoorDash.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming on sundown because today we're going to be talking about food delivery drivers. I did some DoorDash this weekend, Nick. That's why we're doing this. Let me tell you, the whole operation, the whole DoorDash, the whole food ordering app industry, it's got to change.
Oh, I love it. I think it's very inefficient and also fucks over the food drivers. But being able to DoorDash or Uber Eats food at any moment is sick. It's overly expensive for sure. Yes. But I don't think that here's where I think it works is if you're ordering a large amount of food. If you're using DoorDash and you're ordering like $60 of food, it's probably worth it. But if you're ordering lunch, you're going to spend as much money on food as you are for it to get delivered. And that's when it's a waste.
For centuries, if you wanted to eat a meal, you either had to go out to a restaurant or cook the goddamn thing yourself. Today, however, you can place an order to a seemingly endless list of restaurants and have it.
Who the f is ordering ice cream on Uber Eats? That shit is showing up fucking liquid. You're going to be drinking that. Me? You've ordered ice cream on fucking Uber Eats? Yeah, then your DoorDash driver hits you with a, Oh, Ron has a couple stops along the way. He'll be there soon. Ron just picked up your milkshake. He'll be there in about 35 minutes. Oh, awesome. It'll be warm.
You can place an order to a seemingly endless list of restaurants and have it
to refreeze it
at your door without lifting a finger until you have to grab the bag. While many of us indulge.
I wouldn't even be pissed at the guy, bro, if he did that. Like, I couldn't be mad at him. I'm so serious. I would just be like, bro, you're good. I'm gonna refund that shit on Uber Eats or DoorDash. Like, don't even worry about it.
While many of us indulge in this
I'd feel so bad.
Service extremely often, we never stopped.
78% of Americans use food delivery services. Bro, really? I'm definitely ordering more than 3.7 times per month.
We never stop to think about people who have to deliver the goods, right? We never take time to think about these drivers. I don't think what I'm saying. You know, also I started noticing that after a while they started taping the bags. It's because motherfuckers are probably
yeah, opening that shit up and eating out of it. They be putting tape over the drink caps now. That makes me feel safer, like somebody didn't just fucking poison my shit. When the bag ever looks like crumpled or fucked with, I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah. But that's why if you're a pro, you got your own stickers in bags to replace stuff.
I thought that you're gonna have your own utensil that you're able to squeeze in the bag and Mission Impossible the fry out of the bag or something. Being a delivery driver, whether it's on DoorDash or Instacart.
I've had a DoorDash driver before, or it might have been Uber Eats. It only happened once, but he picked up my order and never delivered it. Just ate that shit. This was probably like 3 years ago. I remember being so pissed. I was like, he just never delivered it. He fucking picked up the order, and then it was like 5 minutes. He was driving, and then he just disappeared. And it said order delivered. And there was no picture, no food. And I contacted him. I was like, he didn't fucking deliver that shit. Other people are always hungry. Yeah, no, and I got the money back, so, you know, if you want to eat it, eat it. But, like, I mean, he's going to get fired.
You don't make a lot of money, and then it's all based on tips, and then if people don't tip
It's based on tips, and here's the problem of being a driver is it's based off tips, and the tips are based off order price. So if you're a fucking DoorDash driver, you want people ordering like $80, $90 worth of food because then they're going to tip you, 15, $20. But most of the time, you're going to be getting orders that are like $20. They're tipping $5, and you have to drive so many miles that you have to go there with increased gas prices. You're not breaking even. You're still profiting, but you're making like less than minimum wage in certain in certain moments. You tip delivery drivers in the U.S.? Yes. If I order, I usually tip whatever's recommended. So like they have a sliding scale where if you have a cheaper order, they try to get you, they recommend you to tip like 24% or something. But if your order's more expensive, then they get you to tip less. Why? Well, because it's like, if I order $150 of food, I'm not going to tip you $45 to deliver it, right? It's one bag. I'm going to tip you like $25, $30. Like, because I'm giving you like, money to deliver it fucking 6 miles, 8 miles, however far it is. But if I order like a Chipotle burrito, I'm not going to tip you 10% because then you're getting like $2. I'm going to tip you like $10. So I'm basically paying for like half of the order. So they have that. If you've ever used it, which most people have, 78% of Americans, you see they have a sliding scale on tip guesses.
Tip you get.
Dog, $30? Yeah. Bro, keep in mind, I also, dude, I have my own, opinions on tipping, and I think in the U.S. it's like a shitty situation where like people aren't getting paid because the business doesn't want to pay them, so they work off tips. So it's like, oh, well, if we don't tip them, then they'll get paid later on. Like, yeah, if every single person stopped tipping people would have to fucking up the pay of waitresses and waiters, but that's not the system we live in. So I always say just tip. But I'm also in a situation that I tip more than the average person just because I make good money. Like I'm averagely tipping like 25% at a restaurant. But I'm not going to say, because I'm like, why am I being stingy? High cortisol activity, low cortisol 2026.
Recently, there has been a trend on TikTok of people saying they are now choosing to only have female Instacart drivers deliver their goods because male drivers keep messing up their orders. One woman gave her driver a super simple list asking for 1 pack of toilet paper, 1 pack of towels, and 1 pack of chicken. Despite the app stating that the man scanned a pack of chicken, what she got was 240 red Solo cups.
No, that's so funny though. That is fucking hilarious. 240 red Solo cups. Oh my God, you're gonna be playing Pong for like 10 years.
A refund. You know what? In a situation like this, though, do you not just think that I'm doing multiple jobs at one time and I gave you the wrong bag?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Because they might have 3 bags in their back. They might have 3 bags in their back car, and somebody ordered that, and now some other dude's getting paper towels. Oh my God. Wow. This woman wants toilet paper, paper towels, and chicken. She gets red Solo cups. Meanwhile, there's a party full of people that are waiting on red Solo cups to be able to play drinking games, and they just get like toilet paper and raw chicken. Don't worry, guys. The red Solo cups will be here anytime.
Sorry, dude, but I'm not a feminist, and I like men a lot. And I think, dude, if a man goofs up, you have to give him 75 chances.
It's true. Women,
right?
1.
Women, none. You have to be perfect at all times. In another instance, a male shopper was tasked with getting a customer a tub of Neapolitan ice cream. After claiming they didn't have the brand she wanted, he sent multiple blurry pictures of what they had, only for it to be very clearly in stock. There's none. It's a fucking buffoon, man. I couldn't tell you. You have Ben & Jerry's? No, the fuck to the left. I see it in the picture, in your blurry picture. It's right to the left.
Well, aren't there a lot of like grocery stores and shit now where like Uber Eats and DoorDash drivers, they don't even do the shopping. Like a worker at Walmart has the job of DoorDash, and they fill the bags, and then the worker just shows up and goes, I'm here for blank. They pick up the bag and leave. That's the best system, because then they're less likely to fuck it up. Because if a guy's job is to just fucking search for items, he knows the store, he knows where stuff is, it's quicker as well.
While staying at an Airbnb in Miami, a group of girls ordered a long list of basic groceries and necessities for their upcoming stay. When the order was marked as delivered, they expected to find it on the porch. When they opened the door, however, they found the driver simply tossed all the groceries all over the picket fence and left. What are we not seeing though in this? What are we not saying? We're not having the full picture on his side. Like I bet you think he's just like, can I?
Whole ass grocery order, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's like a level of, it's different if you're like, you have a disability or there's a reason you can't, but like, bro, why are we doing an entire week's worth of food on DoorDash? Like, I'm just go to the grocery store. You know, I think it's different. Like, it's a level of convenience where it's like, fuck, I don't have time. I'm going to order, I'm going to order lunch. But, like, just go to the grocery store. Just go to the grocery store. If you're getting fucking $300 worth of fucking, or not $300, like $160 worth of groceries, go to the grocery store. Ron, yeah, literally, bro, Ron doesn't they don't grocery shop. The core guys just order all of their fucking food all the time on DoorDash. I can't believe he did that. He ordered a head of lettuce, and that's it. A head of lettuce. Imagine being the DoorDash driver that delivered that to Ron yesterday. You pull up. Oh, I'm here for this order. Oh yeah, here you go. It's just a bag of lettuce. I've had multiple instances where I've gotten in an Uber. I told you all about this the other day. I got in an Uber XL. I order an Uber XL. I pay for an Uber XL. Uber shows up in a van. I go, fuck yes, dude. We got enough space. We could all sprawl out. Open it up. The back part is for fucking luggage. It's a fucking 3-seater van. And I'm like, hey, we ordered an Uber XL. The guy goes, literally. So we get in. We lap up. Right? We got fucking 5 people in a 3-seater back seat. Grown-ass motherfuckers. And then 1 person in the front. And the whole time I'm like, this guy is like actually just breaking Uber rules. Like he's picking up more expensive Ubers when he doesn't have a car that fits that many people. Gave him a 4-star. Worst Uber rating I've ever given was a 3-star, and it was because the guy was actually falling asleep at the wheel. I just feel bad. I gave a comment on that one. On both of them, actually. The 4-star one, I was like, car was too small. The one dude, he was biting his finger to stay awake. It was like 1 a.m. We Ubered back, and I get, bro, motherfuckers need to hustle and make money, but, like, you're going to kill someone. He was, like, swerving into the rumple strips, and he was going like this. Like, biting his thumb to stay awake.
I have a feeling that it's just people that are just doing the Instacart. I think they're picking up too many jobs at one time. Also, is there probably more men that are doing this job than women? I feel like whenever I've ever had I don't think I've ever had a female DoorDash person. That doesn't mean they don't exist. I'm just saying.
No, I get female DoorDash people all the time. I feel like men Uber at a much higher rate. Like, if I have an Uber driver, there's like a 90% chance they're a guy.
And that thinking about it now, it's usually a middle-aged man.
My guess is men, if they don't have...
It's usually a middle-aged man. It's usually a middle-aged man with lighting like this. And the photo of their face just like... And they'll say, and it'll be like, it'll have like their interests. I love reading their bio. That's like my funnest, that's like the funnest thing for me. I click on them and it'll be like, oh, this person's delivering. Knows English, Spanish, French, whatever languages they know. Their rating. And it's always funny when they have a shitty rating. I go, oh, I'm in for a ride. Dude, because like anything below 90% means like people don't fuck with them. And you'll see a guy will be like 84% fucking rate. I'm like, dude, he's about to get like fired. It'll be like loves blank. You got to bring that up. Do that shit. Next time you hop in an Uber, see their interests, bring it up. So, I heard you're a big fan of golf.
For the rest of the Instacart drivers that don't have this issue, it can be extremely challenging and dangerous. After receiving a regular order of groceries, a delivery driver walked up to a home and was shot by a man that thought he was an intruder. What? Why? Why would you do that? My DoorDasher's near. Did someone say Taco Bell? Oh my God, who are you? Ah!
You would sue for so much money, though.
Fucking forget that. Unless it's somebody in the house ordered it. It just seems like, I don't know.
This is what happened. He told
Well, and you're also shooting a guy that didn't even intrude. He's just outside of your house.
him, leave it at the door. The guy knocked.
You know what? If a DoorDash driver, I'll say this, I'll say this and I'll stand by it. For any reason, if a DoorDash driver opened my door to set my stuff inside, I'd shoot him.
Oh, he opened the door? That's, yeah, I don't know.
Hearing it out loud seems a bit excessive.
Somebody opens the door, yeah, you're getting blasted.
So there's no reason that a person should be opening my door to come inside my house. I would assume that something bad was happening. Was it that situation, or was it just a guy who was just like firing rounds through his front door?
I'd get a riot shield.
I'm gonna have the COD riot shield so I can walk up to my average DoorDash driver experience.
Like you're a rainbow character, just fucking like holding it down. What is that guy's name? Montagny.
It turns out that the man's wife placed the order and didn't tell her husband. So when the motion detectors went off, the husband sprang into action and shot him with no hesitation.
What the fuck?
None. The motion sensors. Does he do that with animals? How many times have you had a motion sensor go off like a raccoon? All the time.
And you forgot that you ordered that shit, or you didn't check, bro? Like, I think it'd be different if the guy was holding a weapon, but like your motion sensors go off, you spring up, you're worried, and then you see the guy's holding a bag of fucking food that says fucking Chipotle. I'm going, oh.
All the time.
That's when I bring out my gun.
Exactly. That's why I fire aimlessly. Maybe there's...
His wife ordered it. Still, would you not... chat, before you shoot someone, are you not checking... Like, oh, he's just delivering food.
Whenever a customer places an order, they often feel entitled to have the driver do whatever it takes to get their groceries to their door, no matter how ridiculous of a feat it may become. One shopper accepted an unusual order of 4 24 packs of water bottles, 6 12 packs of water bottles, and 7 4 liters.
Yeah, see, that's like fucked up, because then you're making that Uber driver carry like a shitload of weight. And why are you ordering water?
Of distilled water and 7 4 liters of mineral water. My God. When they reach the customer's home, they request that...
My lift is not working, just letting you know. You have to deliver at my doorstep. I live 17th floor. All right, so he's just fucking with him. All right, yo, my elevator doesn't work. You have to carry fucking 140 gallons of water. up to my fucking apartment. You have to use stairs. I want all the water bottles. Please don't cancel my water bottles, otherwise I have to complain against you. I don't think that there's a world where DoorDash or Uber Eats is siding with the customer here. The fucking elevator's broken. He's requesting me to carry hundreds of pounds of stuff up 17 fucking flights of stairs to get a $6 tip.
Building was broken. Newsflash. It's outside. Come do it yourself. And in the end, the customer canceled the job, leading to the shopper's $8 payment being rescinded and increasing their overall cancellation rate. That's fair. $8? Ah, this is a depressing job. Oh my God. Besides driving people around, Uber also offers a meal delivery service called Uber Eats that is notoriously terrible to work for. Like other food delivery service apps, they pay their workers very, very poorly. Because of this, some drivers come up with creative ways to earn better tips. Jade Phoenix was a full-time Uber Eats driver.
The thing that I see, not with Uber Feets girl. What? I was going to say, not with Uber Eats, but with Uber, the thing that I've seen is somebody picks you up. You usually go, hey, or the driver will go, hey, I'm going to drive you here. If you want to ride back, here's my number. Call me and just pay me cash, right? And then they'll get the full amount. And I've done that, right? And that's a little sketchy. I'm a guy, so it's like a little bit different. I'm not as nervous with it. But it's like, the guy drives me, it's $40, he's making like 20 of it because Uber's just taking a huge cut. And he'll be like, hey, I'm going to be in the area. If you need me in fucking 4 hours, call me. And then I'll just come pick you up. And so that's usually like a better move.
Driver who claimed,
because then they're getting more of the money.
Find a
and they're just pocketing it.
Secret method for raking in insane tips on literally any kind of order. When dropping off people's food and snapping a picture to confirm the order, she would purposely include her feet in the pictures.
There is no way that she's getting more fucking money from that.
Claims her tips significantly increased after she began this new strategy. She even received additional money on top of the tip after she sent them the original picture.
You got way more than expected. $29.68.
Do girls like men's feet? Men with feet. It's what psychologically, what is
that? Would lower it, dude. Some dude fucking whips out his dog's hairy ass fucking feet, man. Just in the photo, dirty as shit, long ass toenails. Ugh.
Is that? What is the feet obsession?
I don't know. That's something I will never understand.
Didn't we try doing a foot video and it got demonetized or something?
That's the thumbnail. If for whatever reason you want to watch it, it's on Patreon, bro. There's no way.
It's not just the customers that are creepy horn dogs, but the drivers as well. After ordering food, a woman in the UK began receiving creepy messages from her delivery driver. She was being asked if she was home alone or if she was married. When the woman said she was taken, the driver began begging her to leave him so he could hook up with her. Leave her, baby! The man got so desperate that he began offering as much as £10,000.
He doesn't even know what the woman looks like. He's just offering a random woman off her name alone fucking $10K to break up with her boyfriend.
For her to break up with her boyfriend, there's no way the pussy could have been that good. UK pussy? You kidding me? Oh, man.
Well, I don't think I can leave them. I don't think just can you leave the Chris at the door?
£10,000, Mom.
It shows you their profile. Yeah, but they're not going to be able to see you.
See what me can do.
While looking into the driver's account to report him, she found it even creepier that his
82% satisfaction rate. Chad, I was telling you, below 90.
Listed reasons for delivering was passion. I will say I've had a driver after delivering my thing be like, hey, I love your videos. And I say, oh, thanks, man. And then it's a thing of, you want to hang? Shit like that.
God, that's creepy.
That's so fucking weird. That is so fucking weird.
Exactly. 100 step.
Oh my God. Bro delivers your food. You want to hang out? No, fuck off, you weirdo. Bro, that or you meet somebody in public. They'll be like, bro, we should hang out sometime. Oh. I've gotten that like twice ever. And I awkwardly realize that everything's missing.
Suitcase is looking absolutely beautiful. And for our third and final hack, I went ahead and printed out this. It's a simple, just married photo. But just underneath, you can see it says, gifts are very appreciated. No, I'm not married, and I have
Was he gonna leave a bucket outside of the room?
no idea if this even works, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're all set up. Here is our little poster.
All right, so checking in on the bucket, day number 2. We have 3 pennies, a used condom, and a half-eaten Jolly Rancher. That's nice. Oh, there's also a little pee and throw up in the bucket.
And that's where hopefully the gifts will spawn. By the way, this cruise is taking us to 2 stops in the Bahamas, 1 at Coco Cay and 1 in Nassau. Tomorrow we're gonna have to pick things up a lot more because in terms of profiting, we've barely made a
Oh, you're not even touching the surface, man.
dent. I'll be honest, I'm absolutely exhausted, so I'm gonna hit the hay and I'll see you guys in the morning.
What is the most expensive drink at a cruise? What is the most expensive drink on an all-inclusive? Grey Goose? That's if they allow that. Grey Goose and high/mid-end wine. Maybe that's why he's drinking like Prosecco.
Let's get profiting. Nothing yet. I made my way up to the top deck where I noticed we have arrived in
All right, it'd be a little fucked up, but you know how funny that would be if like there was pee in the bucket? Like that's it, just like pee in a bunch of quarters.
We have arrived in Coco Cay. This is where most people would get off the cruise ship and go check out where we docked. But me? No. I'm staying on this ship. The cruise is the most empty I've seen it so far, which means it's a perfect time to take full advantage of all the things on this ship. Let's get profiting. And what a better way to start the day than carbs and sugar. We got pancakes, we got eggs.
All right, that actually looks like a pretty good breakfast.
We got hash browns, we got bacon, we got apple juice, and we got coffee. This is a lot of food, bro. After deleting my breakfast, there was only one logical thing to do next. All right, guys, we got some more food. I have a piece of coconut cake, a chocolate chip cookie, and this kind of...
How are you functioning? This is so much sugar to start the day. Just, dude, a glass of apple juice, fucking chocolate chip pancakes, then just straight up desserts.
Freaky looking piece of pound cake. Also got a sugar-free Red Bull. And
oh, okay. Watching the calories here. There we go.
Make it healthy, an apple.
An apple with the apple juice.
An apple a day makes the profiting sleigh. Wow, that was cringe. Best sound in the world. That hits crazy in the
Wow.
morning.
I love Red Bull, but I feel like if I chugged a Red Bull, I would get caffeine shakes. Like, I have to slowly consume that.
Thank you. Cheers.
Another Red Bull.
So I hit the gym to burn
Double Red Bull in? Yeah, having a heart attack at the gym.
off some of that disgusting pound cake.
just some fruity pens.
Just hit a lick on the gin. What's the most like scrumdiddlyumptious thing you guys have?
Sorry?
Like scrumdiddlyumptious? Like yummy?
Sorry, smoothies and fresh.
Yo, excuse me, sorry, I don't really want a smoothie. Could I just have a whole zucchini? Thank you. I see you have a few back there. Are they washed? Do you know where they're from? Like what season?
This is an apple, lemon, ginger, and mint juice.
You just get a bunch of phallic objects. That'd be really weird.
Looks like it would cost me $20 at a trendy spot in LA. Really refreshing. Wow. Now that I was feeling warmed up, it was time to get a little
You know where I could get some like hand sanitizer?
bit more serious about this challenge. Let's see how many of these things I can get down to add it to the total. 1, 2, 3. Can you take a video of me by any chance? No problem. Hey, Mom and Dad. I know you guys said not to come home until I fix my addiction. But look, you can have fun and still have a drink. Love you guys. Hey guys, little update from in the bathroom. Might have bit off more than I can chew. Also, check out the posters they have above the urinals. What is that?
That is creepy.
But instead of crying like a little baby, let's get surfing. At first,
shits himself. Should you just see a shit streak wave? Stomach's still not feeling great. Got to get on the wave pool though, or not the wave pool, whatever the fuck this is.
I felt not one,
the flow rider,
but twice, and might have exposed my butt crack quite a bit here. Eventually, I got the hang of it. I look pretty cool, right guys? I then grabbed 2 blue cocktails that I slammed for the intro of this video. Absolutely crushed. Oh my gosh.
Bro, didn't eat the maraschino cherry that came with it. That's the best part. If any time I get a drink and they give me, bro, it could even be like a beer. They would never do that. Any drink you give me, if you add a maraschino cherry to it, I'm immediately thinking that's a better experience. Olives? Oh, fuck no.
I have a massive plate of Mexican food in front of me. I got some rice, a beef burrito, a little quesadilla, and some nachos that I absolutely loaded up with beef and cheese. I also got a lemon.
Another take. Nachos stress me out. Whenever I'm at a restaurant and somebody's like, ooh, they got nachos. They got the loaded nachos. And they order it and I see the plate come out and it's an actual mountain of fucking queso, chips, guac, meat, salsa. I'm like, how do you, it's stressful. It's like looking and understanding a paradox. It's like solving a puzzle. And I told my friend that like 4 days ago when we were at a restaurant and he got fucking nachos and he was like, dude, I love this. It's too much. You don't know where do you start? Where does it end? Wherever you want. That's the freedom of it, I guess. I don't know. I just don't want to look at it.
And the best drink to
I'm sick.
Pair with Mexican food, a Corona with a lime. I am gonna eat. I'm so full.
You didn't put the lime in the Rona.
I got myself a milkshake from the onboard Johnny Rockets and walked my way over to the hot dog stand. This is gonna sound crazy, but recently I ruined the taste of hot dogs for myself. I did a little something called the 999 challenge. Basically, you try to drink 9 beers and eat 9 hot dogs within 9 innings of a baseball game. And I'm proud to announce that this is gonna go on my 2nd channel. That's right, guys, I'm starting a 2nd one. It's gonna be called Pack Gembrook.
It's just the reverse of his name.
Pretty funny, right? It'll be the first link in the description. Please go subscribe and watch the video. It'll be live at the time you're watching.
I've never tried the 999 challenge, but I think the only thing that's hard is the hot dogs. I think 9 beers in 9 innings, you're going to be drunk, but that's like a very doable amount of alcohol for an average person in like 4 hours.
Anyways, I'm gonna eat this hot dog. Definitely brings me back to the challenge, but hey, the everything bun is a nice touch. Here's my unicorn right here. Don't mind me, just profiting. Nothing more. Definitely not having fun. All right, I got a big fancy dinner reservation.
That grown guy behind him looks like he had no fun on that fucking carnival ride.
In a couple of hours at 8 o'clock. I was trying to decide what I should do for the time being, and when in doubt, there's always one option.
Day
all right, guys,
drinking.
I'm here with my bartender.
Oh, yes, sure.
Let's go. What's your name?
My name is Glass.
I'm gonna take this cruise ship down. I mean, no. Thank you. Vodka Red Bull.
Yeah, if he actually went reasonable prices, like he's doing $12 mixed drinks and it's not costing the cruise ship $12, but that's what you would pay, maybe even a little bit more at an actual restaurant, so I'm fine with that.
Oh, that's so strong. You trying to kill me? Oh my God. Klaus got me right. Let's go. Bottoms up.
Oh God.
All right, I should probably be done. Nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm good. Can I get one more drink? Yes, thank you. Drinking this glass of champagne and watching the beautiful sunset made me think to myself, this is the coolest job in the world. This is the coolest job in the world. Oh, the voiceover already said that? I decided to head back to my room to prepare myself for a big night.
The tip bucket! Oh, there's gum in it!
Still?
There's gum in it!
Nothing. Oh, no, something. We
awesome!
added a chewed
A free piece of gum. Score!
piece of gum. That's a hate crime. Yeah?
If I get something, I will put on your room.
All right. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate that so much.
Finish your dinner?
I have a reservation tonight.
Oh, great.
A fancy one. Let's go. Hey, yo, fit check. This is one of the best restaurants on board, and it's very important because this is going to be, hopefully, a massive way for us to profit. I trekked my way to the most expensive restaurant on the ship, and the
Hibachi alone, though. You gotta sit with a fucking group of randos. I hate that about hibachi. That's the one thing that I despise. I would love to book a private hibachi table. If honestly, you don't even need to book a private one. You need to if you're doing hibachi, go with the amount of people the hibachi fills. Because if you go with if you go with like 2 to 5 people, you're gonna have like a couple sitting at the same table as you, and it's just so fucking weird. So now he's gonna be with a group of randos, and then you get picked for the egg toss, and he's like, open your mouth.
only way I could explain this was, this is so fancy. Wow. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much. And now it was time to profit big. Can I do a glass of sugar-free Red Bull? Crispy uzimi, snow spicy, and a
Oh, he's not doing hibachi. He's just sitting at a table. Makes way more sense.
champagne lobster roll. I honestly feel bad for the chefs that they have to cook all of that food. Now, while I see how many plates of food I can consume, I'm gonna do a little bit of multitasking and let you guys in on one of the most OP products.
I'm sorry, Jack. I'm skipping that.
I'm done. Good night. And it was gonna be a good night indeed because we were just getting started. In order to not let this night go to waste, I decided to get a couple more champagnes and then
Oh, that guy's fucking hammered, dude. You can see it in his fucking eyes. Looking right through
In
him.
order to not let this night go to waste, I decided to get a
That's how you know, bro. If say I'm having a conversation with you. We're just talking, I'm like this. Now, if I'm drunk, do you notice the difference? Looking at you. Looking through you. Looking at you. Looking through you.
couple more champagnes and then decided to go even.
You're just crossing your eyes? I'm not. I'm
harder.
looking past the camera.
And got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 more glasses of champagne. On the way back to my room, I grabbed a couple water bottles and somehow got myself to take down 2 more glasses of champagne. Guys, there's still nothing in our...
Well, I mean, he has it in a bad spot. It's just a random hallway. People are going to foot traffic.
Gift bucket. That's the end of day 2. I am exhausted. I just pounded 8 champagnes. If my calculations are correct, so far we've profited $856. That means tomorrow we have to go even harder. So I gotta
Is
get
tomorrow the last day?
some sleep. Good night.
Tomorrow the last day he's got to double it?
Good morning. Today's a big day. Let's do this.
Oh my god, there's
No
money.
way.
Oh my god.
Something happened in our gift basket.
Okay, I would kind of feel bad, though, if they gave me any amount of substantial money. You know what I mean? If there's a $5 in there, you know, that's whatever. I'd take that shit. If somebody leaves you like $100, I'd be like, oh.
Here? Oh.
You just conned that person.
My God. $4. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Add that to the profit, baby. With an
Go gamble with it! Now put it on the casino!
absolutely beautiful start to what would be our most intense day yet, I went to the most fancy buffet on board for breakfast. I decided it would be a good idea to go kind of late on breakfast this morning so I can pace myself because today's gonna be next to impossible. I got some assorted fruit.
Yeah, salami at breakfast, isn't it, Jack? I'm sorry. Getting a little charcuterie board here is not the vibe. An untoasted bagel, plain.
Some meat and some cheese, a plain bagel, a beautiful looking yogurt parfait, an orange juice, and a coffee. I just heard they canceled our second stop in the Bahamas due to—
Oh my god, that is like a metric shitload of cream cheese in that bagel. Never mind. What the fuck? Y'all would want that much? How much? Is that too much or too little cream cheese? That is way too much. I know people like the schmear on that shit. I think that is like eating a fucking hockey puck of cream cheese. That's disgusting.
some cheese.
That's just right. No.
A plain bagel.
Yeah.
A beautiful looking yogurt parfait, an orange juice, and a coffee. I just heard they canceled our second stop in the Bahamas due to weather conditions, but that's okay with me because I'm here to stay on this cruise and profit. I'm hoping this food will revitalize me. Let's eat. After picking up a smoothie, I needed something that was really gonna wake me up. The Abyss. Apparently this is the tallest dry slide in the world. Let's take the
dry slide
puppy for a ride.
Oh, you sit on a fucking carpet. Never mind. I was gonna say, imagine sliding that down. Just fucking rug burn. Just slide burn right all over your legs. Your skin just peels off. Yeah, imagine falling off this thing, though, or like your knee clips the side. I feel like that would instantly tear your skin off.
Oh my god, holy shit.
Like sliding on asphalt.
That was way crazier than I thought it was gonna be. I think I need a drink after that one. And to pair with this drink, there was nothing better than an entire plate of food. All right, guys, we got a big old plate of food here, a fruit punch, and a mimosa. Somehow, some way, I have regained my appetite and low-key my will to live. I'm gonna slam this meal, drink these beverages, and then we're gonna get on our way because we have a lot of profiting to do. One of each dessert.
Yo, he is eating so much sugar. Nah, this is like the fucking... Dude, this is like too much. Too much. I feel like I would constantly be like worried I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like I'd be manually breathing the whole day.
Yeah, I'm a big back.
This ain't Dirty Balkan, dude. That is every dessert he said on the menu.
Cake. This one is easily the best. Then I thought, why not just slam 3 crazy strong cocktails? Bad idea.
Oh my god, that looks so bad. That looks so bad. Oh my god. I would have no fun here. Like, no fun. This woman is the vibes. Just slouched over, sitting on this fucking seat, feet in the water, like, ugh. Pool water smelled like sunscreen and pee. What percentage of this pool is pee? Yeah. I'm gonna go 5%. 5%. It doesn't look like pool water. It's very murky because of the sunscreen, but also there's probably an absurd amount of piss. Oh my god, head under the water.
And then I grabbed 2 Red Bulls before my next activity. Rock climbing. Yeah, they have a actual rock climbing wall on the ship. Give it a shot, I guess. I can't believe they actually have this on a cruise ship. I got about halfway to the top, which honestly, I'm proud of myself for. That was terrifying. My second home at this point. What's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you. Wow. I chugged 6 glasses of champagne. All right, guys, little update. I'm breaking out in some sort of face rash. If I had to guess,
it's probably from the champagne.
Yes, I think all of the consumption is like really starting to catch up to me. I'm gonna head back to the room to prepare for tonight.
It jump cuts and his face is just fully swollen. All right, so I think I had some sort of allergic reaction to something. Like, you can't even see. I had some sort of allergic reaction to something on this cruise ship. Might have been one of the desserts. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be the pool water.
But first, water slide.
Oh my god, it's so dark. Like, I don't know how fast of a swim that is. Do you have to do freestyle too? I would do, what's the one where you go like this? Okay, it's kind of hard to do not in the water. The fucking, like, it's not backstroke, it's like a back frog. No, it's not, dude, no, what is that? No, backstroke's like this. I'm not talking about that. No, not butterfly. Butterfly's forward. Like the reverse butterfly. That's how I'd be swimming in the water. And bro, they're swimming like this? No way. What the fuck is this swim style?
Pressure. They're committing to a standard that doesn't change when...
Chat, they gotta hit the fucking... That's how you do it. In the water. And then you're getting... Bro, there's just drills. Yo, what do you mean drills? They're literally timed right now.
Conditions do. Very few units anywhere in the...
They're not making it, bro. They got 3 minutes. They got to do 4 more. When I'm getting ready to hold my breath underwater, because I do this every summer. The second I go in a pool, I immediately challenge my friends to how far we could go underwater with one breath. And it's usually like in a regular pool, it's like a there, back there, and then halfway back. But I'm going like... And then I go like this. When I'm ready, like I'm like breathing for, you know, maybe 2 minutes, and then I go. And then I go underwater. Full. Yo, you really want to be like heavy muscle for this. I feel like that's the cheat code. It's a little unfair if you have more body fat, because then you don't sink as quick. Like, if you have no body fat and you're heavy, like the guy, like, dude, the fucking Austin Alexander, the guy that made this video. Got a sub, by the way. WVid. The guy that made this vid, he's probably looks like he's like 220. I feel like he's going to sink, and then he just rips all the way up. It go, and then just sink back down.
It's not natural.
Oh, you think exhale on the way down.
Feeling to be tied up.
That's a little scary, though. Sit-ups are easy as shit. Motherfuckers, dude. I remember I would get so mad, because a real sit-up is like hands holding your head or hands like this. But you would do that shit, bro, in like the presidential test or whatever for school, bro. Motherfuckers would be doing this. I'm like, you're using momentum. Like your hand, like you're not even doing a sit-up. Your arms are flailing your body forward. Bro, because I see these ads all the time, bro. They always go, hey, men over 40 have a real problem with their test levels. And then they'll do, it'll be an HGH ad, and they'll get like some old baseball player only old men know. And then the end of the video will just be a guy, and he'll go, and she'll like it too.
Completely
great group of guys, very respectful guys. That's something I noticed first about everybody. It was a blessing to be able to take it on, to be healthy enough to do it, to stay in good spirits, even though we were getting beat down. Maybe I'll be back for another Operators Challenge.
I love that video. That was a fun video to watch, bro. That was a beatdown lol. Last event was actually pretty fun. Helped me get 2 million subscribers. Oh, everybody go sub to Alex. Or Austin Alexander. Never seen that before. Kudos to Zane for taking this on event with a craps night's sleep. I think he was hungover. I don't think it was the sleep that did him in. I think he was probably a little nauseous before they started. Have to go, nah, man, I'm sorry, man. I don't really know you. I don't really know you, bro. Oh, we should smoke together sometime. No, I think I'll pass, man. I have no idea who the fuck you are.
Don't ever there's no reason to contact me or anyone ever. Or like that girl. Let's just get me out of this, that girl. If it's a girl now just being like, you know how hard it is for someone just to be like, no. I have no idea how you're going to react to that. You know what I mean? No idea. You've been around me when there's been people. So it's always a risk, because we've had a lot of, we won't go into details, but we've had a lot of people that are.
That, bro, or more often, it's weirder when they're like, yo, you want to hang out? But sometimes it's like, yeah, I respect the hustle, but like, I'll meet somebody. They'll be like, yo, I actually do social media. Could you like follow me? We collab. Hey, buddy, I'm trying to like, you know, eat my food right now, and you're asking me to follow you and collab. I think I'd rather not. And I'm not like, and then I come off as a dick. But I'm like, no. Like, I'm out. Dude, it'll be like, I'm out with Brooke eating. You walk up to me while we're at the table, interrupt the dinner, which is a little odd. You know, I think you should wait, if I'm being honest. I don't care if people recognize me. I love being able to talk to fans, but it's like, if I'm clearly on a date, I'm talking to my girlfriend, you're kind of breaking that space, which is odd, especially if we're eating. There's been times where I'm actively eating, they walk up to me. And then, like, on top of that, to be like, hey, could you follow me? Or the worst is when, like, dude, there's a level of, like, respect, too, where it's like, hey, could I get a picture? 99% of people, hey, could I get a photo? Yeah, sure. 1% of people, yo, dude, I love your shit. What are you fucking doing, man? Like, I mean, that's just, like, being weird. Like, just, like, walk up and be like, hey, can I film you? Can we do a video? Blah, blah, blah. Like, can I take a picture? You're ungrateful? It's not ungrateful. It's just fucking rude. If you see that as ungrateful, like, I know you're probably rage baiting, but, like, anyone that sees that as ungrateful, genuinely unfollow me, because, like, the level of unawareness you have of, like, just, like, social boundaries is, like, fucking unreal. Like, if you're going to walk up to somebody that you recognize already filming and be like, oh, dude, what's up, man? You're putting on some animated persona. Bro, like, fuck off.
In 2025, one man placed an order and saw that his driver was parked just down the street. When he asked why his food hadn't been delivered, his driver said it was because his car had broken down. He then told the customer that he'd probably just refund it. Not believing a word he said, the man got on his bike, rode down the street to find he was Uber Eats driver sitting in his car, chowing down on his food. See, that's why I could never be one of these. I could never be one of these delivery drivers, because I know I just see their order, I'm like, oh damn, you know, or go to some place, I'm like, what is this place? Get it? Smell good. One little bite can't hurt. The customer confronted the driver, only for him to be left speechless before peeling out in a panic. That's a good way to choke, though.
Oh, wait, what does it say? He said his car broke down, so it tracked my order to find him eating
speechless
it.
Before peeling out in a panic. That's a good way to choke, though. At multiple restaurants around the world, you can find signs banning delivery drivers and from using the bathroom. This obviously upset a lot of drivers, who pointed out that it's actually against the company's agreement with these restaurants, as Uber requires them to give drivers access to their bathrooms, okay?
Yeah, I think that's odd. If you're an Uber Eats driver, you should be able to take a fucking piss. It's different if you're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking sponge bath myself in the McDonald's bathroom, but it's like, hey, I'm here to pick up an order. By the way, can I fucking piss real quick?
Assholes. And many don't care and continue to enforce the ban, meaning many drivers are forced to make frequent pit stops and even piss in bottles, trucker style. I mean, come on, dude. Stop at a gas station. That's not that big of a deal, is it?
It's not on my route.
What's an average interaction with a fan? I'm a fan. And now I'm me. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Dude, I watch you all the time. And I go, oh, really? That's awesome. He goes, bro, I love your YouTube videos. I was watching you 2 days ago. Can I get a picture? Yeah. Take a picture, dap him up, have a good day. That's it. Regular interaction. But see, you have 100 interactions. You're bound to have like 3 or 4 that are just weird. The common awkward interaction is they go for a fist bump, I go for a dap up, or vice versa. And then we hit the awkward switch. And then it's like, meeting a fan annoy you? No. It doesn't annoy me meeting a fan. It annoys me when they stare at me from 50 yards away for an extended period of time, because either A, they're not sure that it's me, or B, they're just too scared to walk up to me, especially if they're in a group and they're all kind of hovering around each other and just constantly looking up and staring at me. It like ruins the potential for me to have a fun time if I'm like out and doing something nice, because they're kind of just like stalking me from afar. Like, just walk up to me. And so what I've done now is I've gotten pretty good at, like, if I see them, I know they know who I am, because there's, like, a certain stare they give. So I just break that so I don't have to deal with that, and I walk up to them, and I go, do you know who I am? And I've never had somebody yet go, no, because it's pretty obvious. Like, they're going, staring at their phone, staring at me. So I just walk up to them. I go, you know me. And they go, yeah. I go, thank fuck. I usually go, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to break, like, the awkward. The only time I've ever denied people of taking a photo was when I've been in a hurry. Like, there was one, literally, while I was coming back from the trip with Jack, There were 2 guys that recognized me. I'm literally walking to my gate. They're actively boarding. They go, Joe Bart. I go, yeah, bro, what's up? And I just keep walking. And I'm like, fuck. I know they wanted to talk to me, but, like, I had to get on my plane, you know? So it's like shit like that. It's like, I feel bad because I'm like, oh, damn, they probably thought I was annoyed. But, like, I'm not annoyed. I just, like, I gotta dip.
Even the robots that Uber employs are being targeted and destroyed. In Philadelphia, both restaurants and residents were excited about Uber's plan to deploy delivery robots in the city, but some angry citizens had other plans. Which, dude, fucking clankers, what are you excited?
Yeah, or, well, if that happens, if you have, like, a delivery bot fucking try to deliver your shit, it flips over, it can't autocorrect itself. So does the app just cancel your order and refund you? Or do they be like, oh, we need to get a service agent to come fucking fix it?
Citizens had other plans. Which, dude, fucking clankers, what are you excited for? Clankers rolling around your city? Here's these little drones taking our jobs.
The homeless are fighting back, though.
I'm glad.
After the homeless people in big cities are fighting delivery bots.
Only 1 month, multiple robots had been completely destroyed or vandalized. Many were left to decay on the streets as well. Online, multiple videos show people kicking them and sitting on them. Others purposely block and place them off their set path.
Oh, it is easy to get food out of them. I wonder how hard the lock is to break. But if you are a homeless person, it's like, you know, you're not really hurting anybody stealing that food.
Sitting on them. Others purposely block and place them off their set path, causing them further delayed deliveries. This hate for delivery robots runs deep, my friends. And in fact, one man has an entire social media account dedicated to aggressively screaming and harassing any delivery robots they see in LA.
Watch what you do. Don't come at me. Don't come. You're going in a fucking shade. Don't you dare.
Arvin is on duty? Wait, are these operated by people? Or are they just giving this robot a fucking name?
Come at me like that. No, excuse you. Excuse you.
Are you under the Terminator 2 mentality?
Wait, what? Most delivery robots are highly autonomous, not remote controlled. There are there's humans on standby in case something goes wrong. That's the same thing with Waymos. Like, Waymos are AI self-driven, but there's, like, people in case something goes wrong. I hate how they just give them names, dude. Why are we giving a name to a fucking robot? It's the delivery robot, bro. Arvin's on duty.
Exactly. Just in case there's a conscious in there. Hey, buddy.
Hey, delivery robot. Hope you're having a good day. You will fall. After all this, Uber still plans to keep the robots in the city, claiming they were designed to be tampered with and send alerts when they break down.
There you go. They should have them explode if people mess with them.
Yeah, exactly.
They let out just straight fart spray. You get near it and start fucking with it, it just starts spraying you. You just reek of shit the next fucking 3 days.
Oh, you're clinker.
5, 4.
What?
3, 2.
I mean, Akira.
Mark Rober type shit. Yeah, just fucking sprays you with mace. Straight bear spray to the eyes. Move out of the fucking way. I have somebody's Arby's steak nuggets to deliver. If you don't move in 3, 2, 1.
Like Sarah Connor. Ah! It's probably well known by now, but DoorDash as a company is extremely, extremely evil and has been caught treating its workers horribly on multiple occasions. What's fucked up is it's still an app on my phone. Is that food addiction? You tell me. Recently, the company had to pay out nearly $17 million to its drivers because from 2017 to 2019, it was caught using customer tips to subsidize drivers' base pay rather than adding tips to the overall payout. That is so fucking scummy. I'll do you one better, Nick.
Well, isn't it also proven that, like, there is somebody, I don't know if it was DoorDash or Uber Eats, but there was, like, a whistleblower that said that these apps, number one, or adding priority, like if you pay $3 for a priority order, it does actually nothing. It's like a myth. It's just farming money out of you. And then on top of that, like they have a system, like an AI, like computation thing to give a desperate rating to its workers. And the higher your desperate rating, the lower the order, like monetary amount they'll give you. If you're somebody that works for like Uber Eats and you are really scrounging for cash, you're going to have a high desperate rating, and therefore they're just going to give you the shittiest orders because you're just bound to take them. And so if you're like more of a casual Uber driver, they're going to incentivize you by giving you better orders that make you more money, like per order. Like a desperate Uber driver might make more money, but they're doing more orders that are shittier. I don't know if that's like definitively proven, but I remember that was like a big thing like a little bit ago.
Okay, order some Taco Bell.
Yeah. All right, well, they got me. It's gone. Definitely not downloading it as soon as I'm done.
Definitely not reinstalling that app in 15 minutes. Well, here's the weird thing is, are they owned by different companies? Like, is Uber Eats and DoorDash competitors? Because when you use both of them, they're identical in UI. Like, if you use, I've used both. They're identical. Isn't that not weird? Like, if you use them, like, it looks slightly different, but, like, the same scroll page, they just look the exact same. Like, if you're on the app, you have no idea which one you're using. They're definitely not identical. They're very similar.
In 2025, air traffic control workers up in the tower at Chicago O'Hare Airport noticed a small red car driving across runways and into restricted areas.
Wait, what? Delivery driver finds way onto secured areas at O'Hare Airport, drives miles before being spotted.
And into restricted areas. What the hell is that? Little Dr. Seuss car driving across. When they alerted,
were they doing it? Were they just like insane driving on the runway, or were they trying to like get a shortcut to deliver food faster?
Airport security. They stopped the car and discovered a 36-year-old man trying to fulfill a DoorDash delivery.
I'm undetermined.
Oh, sorry, I'm lost. I don't know how I got here. I was just following the Uber Eats GPS.
Back.
Did I take a wrong turn? Oh, God! I fly right above him. Whoa! How could you get in this area?
I think he's just an old guy who got lost.
He's 36!
Yeah, he's not an old guy. I mean, you'd have to pass barriers, dude. I feel like you'd have to drive through a fucking fence. Like, you can't just mistakenly drive onto a runway. Like, he was right next to an airplane.
An old guy got lost. Yeah, if he was an 84-year-old man, I'd be like, well, yeah, he's what are you supposed to do? 36 and being like, well, I don't see why. How did you get there? How did you get past the gates? Did you think?
It's not even get past the gates. Like, airport runways are so big. Chicago O'Hare Airport is so massive that it's like for him to get to an airport gate, he had to have driven like 2 miles on this fucking runway. Like, he had to have been passing planes that were actively moving around him.
He just did, I have a DoorDash, and they're like, and they open the gate. I mean, what the fuck happened? Apparently, he just drove straight through the gate at the front of the tarmac and began driving for miles up and down the active runway. I mean, there's planes everywhere, dude.
Well, once they saw him, they probably grounded everything.
You know what? The thing earlier,
your flight gets delayed. Sorry, there's actually a man in a smart car that is driving around our runway. We will be taking off as soon as he gets the fuck off.
Men doing this are so stupid. Where am I supposed to go? What terminal are you at? What gate? It was determined that this is somehow completely unintentional. An investigation ended up with the man being let go without any charges. How?
How did he unintentionally drive into an dude? Because it's like, right when you notice you're on a runway, wouldn't you just turn around? Like, okay, sure, he drives through the gate thinking that he's going into a gated neighborhood. But then the second he's on like a tarmac and he's seeing fucking planes land, I feel like he'd be like, oh no. Like, why would he continue driving up and down?
Regardless of how insane some drivers act, it's hard not to feel bad for them, considering that working for DoorDash is extremely draining. Unfortunately, however, some drivers take out their frustration on the customers. After trying to surprise their partner with some Asian food, one woman was shocked to see that her driver had sent her a picture of him next to a dumpster and peeing on their meal completely unprompted. Completely unprompted! How do we... See, this is what I'm saying, though. How do we know it's completely unprompted?
We're only getting one half of the story.
I think so. Don't be wrong. I think these things do happen. Some just people freak out. But I think when people make these stories, you're leaving out a little bit of information, aren't you? What did you do? Hey, man, how you doing today? I think it's some stuff that's just being like, hey, just let you know I'm in line, whatever. I'm in line, because you get a message like that from DoorDash sometimes. I'm in line, picking up your order, exclamation point. I bet some person would be like, make it quick. Just a little, just some.
Yeah, piss them off. Where are you? Where are you? Why are you driving so slow? Okay, buddy, fuck you. I just wouldn't deliver it though. I wouldn't pee on the order. No, you know what you would actually need to do? You don't pee on the order. You still deliver it. You just shake the bag up. You go, oh, there's liquid. Fucking put it down. Still good food, but it's like, up now it's all over the place.
I'm sure piss all over it. Appalled
Fries all over the bag.
by this, the woman asked what was going
You bitch, I piss on you.
on, and all he said was, and I quote, "You bitch, I piss on you," before ending the conversation.
I don't know. Where is I have? DoorDasher's name is Negman. Where is I have? Front porch.
All he said was, and I quote, "You bitch, I piss on you," before ending the conversation. The woman called the police and allegedly got his car impounded. However, when she posted the DMs to r/DoorDash expecting sympathy, many of the customers found the situation funny, which enraged her even more. It is funny. If I also,
Oh, it is funny. No, it actually is funny. I would also like try and get him fired, but in the moment I'd be like, that's kind of hilarious. I'd be annoyed. I'd be annoyed for like 5 minutes because I'd be like, fucking hell, man. Now I need to order more food. And then you get him fired, and then you fucking, you know,
fucking get
order again.
over it. It's one meal.
You guys think this is funny?
Yeah, right. See, she definitely fucking did something.
I think she did.
Yeah, why are you posting it on Reddit assuming that people are going to be sympathetic towards you? That's our first problem. Some guy peed on my DoorDash order. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so upsetting. Oh, I would be so upset if I were you. Oh my God. My heart goes out to you.
Another driver was arrested after she got caught pepper spraying a customer's order. Courtney Stevenson had just finished delivering an Arby's order.
Bro, I heard about this one. Was this one recent? I feel like I saw this on TikTok. Yeah, 2025.
He got caught pepper spraying a customer's order. Courtney Stevenson had just finished delivering an Arby's order to a home in Evansville, Indiana, when she pulled out a small bottle of mace from her keychain and sprayed it inside around the bag. When the customers brought it inside and began eating, the wife began to choke and vomit, claiming her throat was burning. It's horrible, but it's also just... it would I mean, like, the fumes...
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like unless you ordered something that was like really spicy, wouldn't you be like, wait, this is like foul?
Alone would be so insane that once again it's a Midwest couple being like, oh goddamn, chicken of China, the Chinese chicken, this shit is popping. Opens it up.
Yeah, you'd have to smell it.
It's not that bad, Carol.
Arby's just smells like pepper spray base. Bro, I've never eaten Arby's. At least that I remember. I think I've eaten Arby's maybe once.
I told you should have went with General Chow's. Courtney was charged with 2 counts of battery, resulting in moderate injury. 2 counts of consumer
It's like fucking biochemical warfare, dude. You're spraying food with fucking pepper spray?
product tampering, and was banned from DoorDash. The whores.
Do we get a reasoning? I hate when it's just like, we say this, we move on. I want to be like, why did you do that? Like, what made you go, I'm going to spray this order with pepper spray? Also, horrible fit. Horrible fit. We got blue jeans, a long black leather jacket, and just a tucked in white shirt. Ugh.
A driver named Olivia was caught up in a massive scandal after receiving a delivery. The instructions stated to leave it on the front steps of the home, which I will say, the delivery note option.
This was the one that like blew up, where it was like there was like a naked man on a couch and she took a picture of him and she was saying that he was like waiting for her with the door open, but he said that she opened the door. I don't even know what actually the full result was of this case. I feel like she got like fined or something.
The delivery note option might as well not even be there because I've never seen them actually do it. It's almost always disregarded. I digress. When Olivia arrived, she noticed the door just slightly creaked open. After a brief inspection, she could see a naked homeowner asleep on the couch. Instead of
filming him's wild.
Walking away and reporting the customer on the app, she decided it would be a good idea to walk further into his home and record him. Everyone's probably seen this.
Her walking further into his home is a claim made later by the man in court. There's no publicly available evidence.
Story by now, but it still appalls me. I can't believe it. She then went home and uploaded the footage to TikTok, claiming she had been sexually assaulted.
Wait, hold up. This is a lot. Contrary to popular belief, the video you just watched is the only publicly available evidence. No original upload or ring cam video exists on the internet in which she opens the door that was slightly ajar, or we were not able to find it. The screenshots from the deleted video is just a chop of the original footage. In the only video that is on the internet, she does not touch the door, she does not enter the house, and she's very clearly follows the instructions from the note on the app, which, if followed, would force anyone to see the man on the couch. Yeah, I think that's like, that's where we're in this weird gray area where it's like, okay, well, why is this dude butt naked on the couch, and why is his door unlocked, and was it open? The only other existing footage is the additional footage mentioned in the police report is not public and therefore does not specify what the footage is. Oh my god, so it's not on social media, but the police have it? There's no publicly available video of her
If you
opening the
see a
door.
naked person sleeping...
Hold up. Although there are some really bad AI okay.
If you see a naked person sleeping, is that assault?
He's in his own home. I think where you get into the debate is why... Yeah, you're allowed to be naked in your own home. That's not illegal. I'm saying if he ordered food and was naked in front of the door and left the door wide open, that's a problem. The debate comes from the idea of whether or not the door was open to begin with, right?
That's the gray area. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know how cracked it was, blah, blah, blah. I digress. To me, it sounds like a drunk man ordered food and passed out on his couch, whatever. If it was fully open and it was a screen door and the person's naked there.
Yeah, and it's also different if he was, like, awake and, like, doing something versus him just being, like, passed out, drunk, asleep, naked. The door was probably cracked. She should have just left it and then opened it, saw him naked, and then filmed it. I don't really know, though. Like, I don't want to assume.
Actually, that would be like, what the fuck are you doing? The internet did not side with her and called her insane for walking into someone's home, even if the door was slightly open. Things would only escalate when she continued to post online, screaming at the top of her lungs and doubling down that she was sexually assaulted and how DoorDash was in the wrong for banning her. When local police got hold of her footage, they determined that the man was clearly drunk and asleep on his couch. This clearly indicated that there was no assault or wrongdoing since he was in his...
Yeah, like, that's what I was saying. Like, if he was, like, left the door cracked and he was, like, fucking, like, jorking it or some shit on the couch, like, that'd be, like, way fucking worse. But, like, I think the way that the lawyers are mocking it up against her was drunk man, ordered DoorDash, fell asleep naked on the couch, door was probably cracked. She should have just dropped the bag off, left, saw the door was cracked, opened the door, saw him naked, opened it more, filmed him. I don't know, though. Like, that's... I have no idea how this turned out.
But however, in January of 2026, she was charged with 2 felonies, 1 charge of unlawful surveillance, and another...
Oh, she got fucking charged?
No assault or wrongdoing since he was in his own home. For months, Olivia would defend her actions, but however, in January of 2026, she was charged with 2 felonies, 1 charge of unlawful surveillance, and another of dissemination of unlawful surveillance images, each carrying a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison. The saying a few bad apple ruins the whole bunch definitely applies to delivery drivers, as we've all had annoying experiences dealing with them. For some people, messing with their food is enough to put an entire app on their shit list, which justifiably so. Most of them do their jobs correctly, but there are plenty of drivers that seem absolutely incapable of doing.
But like, if it was like crap, why would she do that? That's what I don't understand. Like, I don't know, man. We're never gonna know though. If it's like the lawyers have this video that isn't released to the public of like her opening the door, then that's like the biggest thing. Is like if the door wasn't open and she opened the door, then it's fully on her. It's literally one or the other.
So the next time you order food online and it gets delivered correctly, be respectful. After all, you never know how insane their shift has been, right guys? And also too, I will say, I mean, have respect for the DoorDash driver and stuff. It's a meal. It's a meal. Granted, you paid money for it or whatever. If they didn't deliver in the right spot and you had to walk a few extra feet to get to whatever, or you had to do X, it's not the end of the fucking world. You know, did somebody fuck up your order and you had to, you know, you had to like live with another thing? These things don't make it justifiably okay just to be like, well, I guess I'm just gonna get walked over. But at the same time, just like let it fucking go, man. Or just don't order through the app anymore. You choose a different one.
Yeah, I think it's like, from a customer perspective, if you're having like repeated bad experiences, like just stop ordering food. You know what I mean? That was a good video though. I did enjoy that. We gotta do push-ups, I know. Somebody paid for this, by the way. They bought a CD or a VCR tape of this shit.
Lips together.
$30. Hi, my name's blank and blank, and I'm going to teach you breathing exercises. Now that's really going to expand your diaphragm and let more air into your lungs. You're going to be much more efficient when it comes to working out when you do this. So every time you're at the gym, just make sure.
It comes from down here.
He's just like hyperventilated breathing. People are going to think you're dying if you do that in public.
Some people need a little bit of extra motivation to get them moving. For them, they would turn to the strange selection of erotic home workouts.
Do people do this anymore in 2025? I think now it's a lot also, what the fuck? I think now it's a lot different. Like, nobody really sells these types of classes. I think there's a lot of weirder dieting things where people are like, yeah, you need to just eat raw meat. You have to just drink your own piss. Drink your own piss. It makes a man of steel. Like some fucking insane shit. Lick the slime off worms. That'll fucking harden your gullet. Go steal bird eggs from your local tree. It's better for you. Yeah, there's like Liver King shit now. Then it was just workout programs, but it was like alternative stuff. Now it's gotten really, really into weird shit. There still is stuff that exists like that now, but I think it's more IRL classes of like those trampoline workouts or where they wear those like bungee shoes. You know what I'm talking about? It's literally like the equivalent of like adult moon shoes. And I have them. And they'll stand there and they'll be like, all right, 3, 2, 1. And they're all smiling. And it just feels like you're in a liminal space with people that aren't fucking, like, there.
Love those. Put their pelvis up, and they're all wearing the one-piece thing. Doing the humps. You ever see that Jamie Lee Curtis? I forgot what movie.
I would take a stripping pole class. I've said I wanted to do that. I think that'd be a good workout, and I think it'd be really funny. And I could vlog it. I would do like a stripper pole class. What? Dude, other creators have done it where you do, like, I learn how to, like, like one leg spin around a pole. I feel like that'd be badass. Build your legs. Yeah, it helped my inner thighs.
Maybe it is. Jamie Lee.
Then maybe I'd be able to squeeze a watermelon.
Curtis and John Travolta.
Please! Please! I'll schedule it right now, Joe. Do it.
During that workout class at the beginning. Show that clip, it's good. Linnea Quigley was known as a popular model and Hollywood scream queen in the 80s and 90s, and her breakout role from Return of the Living Dead, remember that? Showed her tits. It's awesome. First off, that movie might be one of the best zombie movies of all time, but yeah, she did a bunch of workout stuff, horror workout tapes. It was sick. To capitalize off her popularity in
horror workout tapes,
she starred in Linnea Quigley's Horror Workout, a campy workout video mixed with cheesy horror movie stuff. It features a nude shower scene, erotic stretches, and aerobic exercises alongside a cast of zombies and other models. It's pretty sick, I'll be honest.
But do you think people are actually working out alongside of this? I feel like people would just be like goon into it.
So you're hard. The thought process is you're hard while you're working out.
I think that you start hard, but then after a while you're like, oh, I'm like, this is actually working. Or maybe you just watch and you just beat your, I don't know. Well, that's the whole thing they say is like you put up sexy pictures of women in your workout area and it like makes you work harder. That's what they say.
Is that why Arnold had like really buff?
What? That's what they say. Who says that? I have never been to a gym that just has like erotic pictures of women on the walls to like motivate me to work out. I will say, I think being at a gym makes you work out harder than a home gym. Working out at a home gym or like a hotel gym is the most fucking lame workout you'll ever have. Working out at like a semi-packed gym with other people that are like, they're not paying attention to you, but it just motivates you more to like try harder.
Arnold's not gay. Maybe he is gay. I don't know. You're beautiful. Come here.
Especially if a guy's repping the same thing as you. You're like, oh, now I gotta outshow him. I see that guy's curling 35s right there. Let me just pick up the 40s. Start repping him. Then you see that one high schooler that shows up. That was me. But now I see other guys that do it. And now I'm like, wow, that was me. And it's so cringe. 14. Mosey on over. It's like their first time at the gym. They just fucking the 45s. Just start fucking ripping them. I'm like, there are teenagers that could do that, but not like your first time working out. You know what I mean? Because there's times where I'm not as strong as I was in high school. Like, senior year in high school, I was actually stronger than I am now in terms of what I could lift because I would work out more and I ate more. But, like, freshman year me would curl the same weight that I curl now. And I look back at it and I was like, damn, how did I lift that then? And then I remember that I would just fucking cheat lift, like, everything. Like, I would bounce a bar off my chest. I wouldn't actually, like, work out.
There's also prancer size, an awkward.
Oh my fucking God. I don't like this one. Where they attach ankle weights and just run around like a horse in a field.
Routine created by Joanne Rohrback that simply involves going out in an open pasture and skipping while waving your arms. The whole idea is that you are supposed to mimic the movements of a horse to elicit a feeling of freedom. Additionally, to get the maximum results, you must mimic the horse's diet as well by going vegan and eating nothing but grass. I added that last part, but still you could. If you ate nothing but grass, I think if you ate nothing but grass, it'd kill you. I think it would like clot in your.
Why do people need such weird, innovative ways to work out? Just fucking go on a walk. Just go on a walk. Go to the gym. Do the elliptical. Do the Stairmaster, right? Like, you jog. You know, can't jog, go for a swim. Can't go for a swim, go for a bike ride. Can't go for a bike ride. I don't know. Calisthenics, you know, maybe buy 3-pound weights.
You could digest it.
Find something heavy in your house. Pick it up, put it down. Now do that 150 more times. A lot of the time working out isn't meant to be fun. And that's
gain some weight. That sort of stuff will make us lose interest in you.
All right, well, I'm not going to get fat for the sole purpose of somebody losing interest in me. Like, what the fuck? If somebody, I feel like there's got to be better ways. Yeah, maybe acting boring. It's like, all right, yeah, maybe lose yourself a little bit. You just pick up drinking, gain 30 pounds.
We are so bored as a baseline. If you bore us even more, we're going to cut you real quick. Like, you'll be out of here in no time.
When you say bored as a baseline, what do you mean by that?
So I get bored basically just existing. So I don't necessarily feel boredom in the way a child would, but I feel this like sense of restlessness or agitation when I'm not actively a part of something that's going to bring me success or bring me fun. So that's when I start.
Doesn't that feel more like an ADHD, like, kind of energetic? That doesn't really feel like a sociopathy thing. That feels more just like a restlessness of constantly needing to be stimulated.
Spending wild amounts of money, going on trips I never planned earlier, just forgetting medications and deciding to stop taking them because it's inconvenient going to a pharmacy. That boredom really gets in your bones, and then you just have to do something about it. So it's already so bad. When you exacerbate it, of course we're going to get rid of you. Did you want to kill cats as a child?
Why cats? What is that like a thing? Like, people have an interest in killing cats if they're like psycho or sociopaths?
No, I don't think I've ever wanted to kill cats. I adore cats. I have 4 Persian cats. So no, I've never wanted to kill cats. And I'm going to be specific there, not cats. There are things I've done in my childhood, but never to cats.
You can't just go to the next question. Well, you can't just go to the next question and leave that on a fucking open-ended statement there. Yeah, there's things that I did. Like what? What would we kill? Were we strangling dogs? What were we doing? Were we blowing up frogs? I don't understand.
Do you want to elaborate or no?
You just move into the next question. Thank fuck the interviewer. Aaron, thank you. Thank you for butting in. No.
I was a very violent child.
Oh, gosh. See, that's not elaborating in the way that... See, that's making me more curious.
I didn't carry that out past approximately 12. And let's just say in India, when I visited, we visit every December. It's a lot easier to get around the law. It's a lot easier to get around even violence towards other people, towards animals. But it's never been cats. It never will be cats. I love cats so much.
But, like, what? I like, that's just, like, okay, there's a difference there, though. Like, if you're killing, like, minnows or, like, fish, I feel like that's, like, not fucked compared to, like, okay, you drowned a dog or something like that.
What emotions do you have?
Like the level of consciousness of the creature. You know what I mean? Like if somebody was like, when I was a kid, I used to kill frogs. I'd be like, nah, that's bad. But I wouldn't be like shocked. But if you were like, when I was 5, I strangled a dog to death, I'd go, whoa. Have you gone to therapy? Or like, it's, you know what I mean? Like there's like a level of like lasting impact depending on the animal.
And I'm a sociopath. I'm not AI. I'm not a robot. I have all the emotions. I just don't.
Wait, what was the question? Oh, what emotions do you have?
And I'm a sociopath. I'm not AI. I'm not a robot. I have all the emotions. I just don't experience empathy, guilt, or remorse. I think the strongest emotions I feel are rage, contempt. Contempt is probably the strongest feeling I have. Disgust. Like people could do the mildest thing and it will trigger disgust. Like most of my actions are very controlled. They're very precise and planned out. But sometimes I do have a rage attack and I worry that one day it might go too far.
What does a rage attack look like?
So I've been told that it looks like the soul has left my body. My eyes look a lot darker. I have previously attempted to hurt someone with a knife. I've pushed people down flights of stairs. And the rage attack is kind of like just irrational. Like you can't talk me out of it. Like I need the time to calm down because if anyone is getting in the way of that, they're gonna be a casualty, unfortunately.
Do you feel
Bro just used the term casualty.
joy and happiness?
Yes, I do. I do feel joy. I feel happiness. I feel happy for others if they are part of that call because I see that as myself succeeding. I also do experience jealousy, like an entitlement to an extent. So it's kind of like this baseline of.
I don't think that's just a sign from sociopaths, though. I think it's very common in friend groups for people to feel jealous of other friends' success when you got to realize, like, you got to prop up your boys, you know what I mean? Like, witnessing your friends succeed, you should always be happy, regardless of whether you could still. I don't think it's bad to witness your friend succeed and go, damn, I wish I had that. But that shouldn't take away from the level of happiness that you have for a friend. Does that make sense? Where it's like, say your friend wins the lottery. You could go, I wish I won the lottery. But you shouldn't be mad or, you know, upset that your friend won and not you. You could be like, damn, I wish I won. But you shouldn't be like, oh, okay, fuck you. Like, pissed off at them for their success.
And then.
Okay, not success. You know, winning the lottery isn't success. More so like luck, I guess.
Anyone can do something like that I find offensive and it will trigger contempt and then that'll mean they're out of my life. I know a child with this. What advice can you give me in terms of care? Well, firstly, no child has antisocial personality disorder. All they can have is callous, unemotional traits and conduct disorder, which I had. If you have a kid who is showing the kind of callous emotional traits that you would see in a sociopath, it's very important to take that child to the right sort of therapy early. Because even when I was 21, which is when I got diagnosed, my psychiatrist, he's a forensic psychiatrist, he mainly works with prisoners, he wasn't quick to give me my label because he thought, look, you're 21.
Wait. Side note. Have you ever watched, so like, she's saying she can feel sadness and happiness. But she doesn't feel empathy. So when she is like watching a movie, like a sad movie, is there never like a moment where she would cry? You know? For example, Rocket. This is maybe a bad example, but this is one of the most recent films where I fully cried that I can spoil because it's been a while. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Rocket's friends, if you remember. The bunny, the walrus, they were murdered. And then in the movie, he goes, it's like that, like a really exaggerated cry. I cried, right? So would she not get upset there? Or like in The Long Walk. I'm not going to spoil it because it's a great movie and I want you to go watch it. In the ending of The Long Walk, I cried. It wasn't affecting me. No way you cried to that shit. That was sad. Sociopath. No. I'm kidding. That was sad as fuck. What are you talking about? You're telling me the scene where the little bunny is like, and we're getting out, right, Rocket? Boom! He walks in and they're just dead. Like all of his friends are dead. Like that was sad as shit. I cried in theater. That was so sad. I cried the most watching The Long Walk recently. What are other really sad films that I've cried? I used to not cry in movies, not because I didn't want to, but because I thought it was weak to. Now, I love a sad movie. I have to be in the mood for a sad film, but like, I love going to like see a sad movie. I'll cry in public. I don't care. If I'm watching like a sad fucking film and I'm in a movie theater, I don't give a shit. I'll be like, it's usually never that though. It'll just be like a silent tears running down my eye type shit. Cars 1 and 2. Cars 1 and 2. What fucking scene in Cars 1 made you cry? What scene? Mater's death. Mater didn't die.
Eventually, he just realized that it was immutable in me. It was completely immutable. There was nothing that they could do to change that. All he could do was show me how bad the prisons were in order for me to not commit strong acts of violence. But yeah, no children can have this, and no child is just a monster from childhood. Like, no child is like that. Like, even when I was 3, I mean, my mum used to call me a monster, which I thought was, like, quite despicable to say to a 3-year-old. But, you know, it is what it is.
And you mentioned therapy. What is the purpose of that therapy? What's the kind of end goal?
Therapy was, I don't think it was effective in, let's say, curing the sociopathy or psychopathy.
No, I think it would be more so teaching her, like, hey, we know you have this condition. This is the ways that you're going to have to work around it to live a normal life.
It wasn't like that. It was more just managing the symptoms rather than treating them. Because the thing is with therapy, it can make you worse because it teaches you how to manipulate more effectively and which language to use to extract the most you can out of other people and still sound decent and humane while you're doing it. So I don't think therapy is necessarily effective, but it is.
Bro, I will notice the slow blinking. There's no way that's a true trait, though, of, like, every sociopath. But she blinks so slow. Like, watch her blink.
Necessarily effective, but it is nice to have someone who you can vent to who won't judge you. Which,
like,
is fun. Do sociopaths thrive in leadership positions? Yes, we do. I did exceptionally well in leadership positions, in politics, in finance. It's just...
Yeah, aren't, like, CEOs of companies, like, way higher percentages of sociopaths and psychopaths than, like, any other fucking position? Like, being the head of a company, largely, you have a higher chance of being somebody that is a sociopath.
It's exactly what we were born to do. Like, we are born to rule, I believe. Because we are not encumbered by, like, the ills of society, the society.
I would not say sociopaths are born to rule. I think that they're born to be put in positions where hard decisions need to be made and they have to be callous about it, but not a full leading position. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think you should have a leader that feels no remorse or guilt at the top, but I think that who that guy employs to do other segmented things, you could have a sociopath lead and do very well. But you don't want the guy making the decisions and calling the shots to be a sociopath.
We can make the decisions that would cripple empaths. Like, we are able to do things that will create profits no matter whose neck we have to step on. And that's really what you need in these positions. And I think also it's a constructive way to use what our nature gave us.
Do you think a lot of world leaders are sociopaths or psychopaths?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I don't necessarily want to get sued, but So let me just say, a lot of world leaders are very sociopathic, if not full-blown antisocial personality disorder. What stops you from acting out when someone like Bundy didn't? So Bundy had the privilege of existing in the 1970s when surveillance wasn't a thing, and we didn't have Uber, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have Meta, like tracking our every movement.
What does it mean Bundy didn't? Bundy did. What stops you acting out when somebody like Bundy didn't? Does that mean didn't stop acting out? Because Ted Bundy murdered 1 million people. Yeah, very weird that she's a privilege. I think she's saying that he's not some super genius, right? As a serial killer, he was privileged to be in a time that enabled him to do the things that he did without immediately getting caught. Like, somebody like Ted Bundy today would have been, you know, found the week after he killed somebody.
Meta, like tracking our every movement. When the police didn't understand how DNA worked, that was something that Bundy was very, very privileged to have. Unfortunately now, one thing is I don't have the size advantage. Like, I would have to do something very stealthy if I'm trying to get rid of somebody, whereas a man can use physical strength to overpower somebody. Which I think Bundy was just, he had the freedom to do it. He had the motive to do it. That was the only thing that really gave him joy. Whereas I can get joy out of other domains, even if it means like toning down my sadism. I can still get joy from other things that I do, which I think the ones who are very violent and it's tied to their sexuality, it's kind of like they go to a certain level and they just can't come back. And so I always try to understand where that threshold is for me, and understand that if I go past that, I'm going to throw my entire life away. And I can throw minor things away. Like, I can throw away a year or like 2. But if I commit an act of brutality, there's like a 99% chance I will get caught because I'd be sloppy. Like, Bundy himself was also sloppy, but a lot of them weren't. There were a lot of—
Bro, Bundy was the sloppiest serial killer of all time. That motherfucker got caught and ran away like 5 times.
them were clean about what they did. And even if they weren't, like, no one was going to catch them. Whereas for me, I'd get caught real quick. So I don't have that luxury. I don't have the strength luxury, and I don't have the ability to spend a long time incarcerated. And I understand where my threshold is. And
wow, she's talking about this in a very matter-of-fact way. Like, not that she's basically saying that she doesn't kill people. The way that I'm feeling like this is like she's saying she doesn't kill people not because she doesn't want to, but because it doesn't make sense to.
Whereas for me, I'd get caught real quick. So I don't have that luxury. I don't have the strength luxury, and I don't have the ability to spend a long time incarcerated. And I understand where my threshold is, and clearly a lot of these people didn't, especially Bundy.
Do you think what he...
Brady said, I feel like she needs to be institutionalized. I don't know. I feel like she is I think she knows that she has these weird, like, I guess, urges, but she's, like, not acting on them is the way that it's, like, being portrayed. Like, she has these rage moments where she probably has maybe felt like she wants to kill somebody, but didn't.
He did was wrong?
Yes, I do think what he did was wrong. I do think he deserved the death penalty, and I do think he could have never been rehabilitated. I believe that he would have tried to escape again. Ted...
Yeah, I think I've had the take with prisons that I think the U.S. focuses too much on punishment rather than rehabilitation, but I think there is a type of criminal such as, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, where they are too far gone. They have crossed over the horizon and they'll never return, right? Like, there's a level of being crazy where you can't come back.
If sociopaths ran the world, what would get better? Our transport systems, they'd be a lot faster. We would get to where we need to be because we have to backstab some people on time. We would be...
I feel like that's just like a random throw out guess. I think in certain countries, sure, but it's more so like what are the wills and aspirations of the individual that's in power, right? If the sociopath in power doesn't give a fuck about public transportation, they're not going to implement public transportation. Like that, I feel like that's just not true.
Excellent surgeons, so hospitals would be of the highest quality if you could afford to go, because we just want to have material gain. We want to have material gain, we want to have social dominance, and we want to live in a world that worships the kind of people that we are. So we would create the most efficient but heartless city and country if we.
I could get under the idea that, like, a sociopath isn't necessarily just, like, it is for financial gain, but a sociopath isn't necessarily going to fully lean into just, like, a hardcore, unmonitored, monopoly-esque capitalist society, because that would be, like, a short-term gain, long-term downfall. So, like, even though they wouldn't care about the people at the bottom, they would realize that they have to for the purpose of bettering themselves. Like, even if you are a sociopath and you're in power and you don't care about poor people, you have to care about poor people, because if the poor people get so bad that they can't work and survive, then your entire economy collapses, because people at the top need people at the bottom.
Do you think humanity would survive if everyone was a sociopath?
Yes, I think it would be a very productive society. It would be
Well, then it would just be the norm.
very streamlined. We would probably have more deaths, more murders, more violent crime, but our...
And it's like, go. You have 5 minutes. Whoever gets the furthest gets a coupon. I pay $30, but I could walk away. I'd be like, all right, I'm in. I just rip it. Just the entire, like, literally just like, oh, I get a $25 Texas Roadhouse gift card if I win.
At SoulCycle,
All right, that's not the vibe I was getting originally.
everything is turned up to 11. There are countless videos showcasing the way SoulCycle throws money into the production of their classes. Some SoulCycle classes look like a full-on concert, with instructors dancing in elaborate costumes on the main stage alongside rioters, and others will hire and bring in bands to play during the class. Live at concert. You're at your live music. There are also in-studio raves, where crew members run through the crowds of rioters swinging glow sticks. They even provide props like money shooters that spray dollar bills all over the room. In some cases, instructors literally run into the back rooms during performances so crew members can help them quickly change outfits like a NASCAR fucking pit crew, dude. This over-the-top energy may seem cringe to some, but for the rider—
Oh, this is rich people shit. This is like LA, Miami. Yeah, this ain't like regular local, bro. They got a band.
It's therapeutic and it's like a spiritual experience. Former CEO Elizabeth Cutler had once claimed that, quote,
"And the bike is such a metaphor for life."
And there's just rave music. Some instructors will go into passionate motivational speeches during their classes, screaming at the riders that they're strong and they're valued.
Even though life might be kicking us down right now, even though...
Oh, that would piss me off, bro. I understand, like, I think there's a time and the place for, like, a sappy motivational speech. If I'm, like, halfway through the fucking cycling workout and she's like, I know we've been all I'd be like, bro, I'm trying to work out.
Sometimes things get a little religious, with instructors dramatically reading Bible,
like, literally hard cut the rave music off.
Verses to keep people moving.
Full vibe change.
Psalm 118:6 says...
Church Soul Cycle? What, I'm gonna fucking receive communion on the fucking bike? What are we doing?
Lord is with me. I will not be afraid.
And on TikTok, people gush about how valuable the classes have been for them, with one comparing the classes to a fucking synagogue.
I just got out of synagogue. It's this small reformed synagogue called Soul Cycle West Hollywood, and the rabbi's name is David, and he had the most third eye-opening sermon.
SoulCycle. Writers often admit online that the
SoulCycle changed my life. My vibration. I love how the music's so loud I can sing and scream and let it all go. I also love feeling a part of a community and seeing the same faces every day / week. I think that's not specific to SoulCycle. I think that's just like having a club. It inspires me to keep showing up. Would love to hear how others got involved and how soul has impacted your life. What's your favorite parts of SoulCycle? What difference did it make in your life?
classes have changed their entire lives for the better, not just through weight loss, but the way that they can scream and sing along with other riders to let go of their problems. They've even claimed that they've chosen SoulCycle over actual therapy.
I'd be better. You're exercising.
I love the Balatra music in the background now.
You're partying. You're having fun.
This is the best time of my life.
You might even get laid.
I think I might get some pussy. If this sounds incredible to you, I'm sure you're curious about the pricing. Well, the cost of the classes is pretty steep.
Let me guess. Rich people. I doubt it's. Do you think it's monthly or like per session? I'm gonna guess it's like $100 a session. There's probably 4 sessions a month, so you could do individual session or you could sign up for month. I think if it's monthly, it's probably like $250. If you're buying by month.
Single SoulCycle class, which lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, cost about.
Oh, that's a lot shorter than I thought it would be. I thought a session would be like 2 hours. 45-minute class? That's like a very regular gym class.
$42. While it's true that the.
Wait, whoa, how much?
While it's true that the, which lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, cost about $42. While it's true that the
40, what did he say? $42?
Cost about $42. While it's true that the production of the classes totally captures the hearts and minds of their riders, it's the instructors themselves that keep them coming back for more.
I don't think he said 4,200, chat.
It's not an understatement to say that more instructors at SoulCycle are idolized.
Surely $42. $42 sounds more realistic. It's still very expensive. You're paying $42 for one class.
And treated like celebrities because of the charming and motivational persona.
There's no way it's $4,000 for a class. I'm Googling this. Yeah, $40. $42.
Griffin, one of the most well-known instructors, would sell out in a matter of minutes. She was so sought after by a number of celebrities who exclusively wanted to ride alongside her. Leo? Johnny Depp? People have claimed that Stacy could make the most reserved rider temporarily enter a trance-like state where they work harder than they've ever worked before. And for SoulCycle, their instructors are their biggest moneymakers. Top instructors can be paid up to $400 per class. Stacy, however, made a staggering $800 per class because they were essential for SoulCycle.
That's $800 in 1 hour. Wow.
Cycle's a success, master instructors were treated like Hollywood stars. They would act like it too, partying all night and popping Adderall in the morning to push through their classes. This company culture ended up inflating their egos to the point of giving them a huge god complex, similar to many cult leaders. Some admitted that the fame made them feel like they could do anything that they wanted to with no repercussions. And one reporter claimed a male instructor gave her a spin class lap dance by gyrating all over her handlebars of her bike. You like that? While she was uncomfortable about it, their other riders squealed with joy. Eee, you're so lucky. His dick all over it. He's like, Mike's, the magic Mike's on. Others would openly fat shame and use homophobic and racist slurs. And in one case, a master instructor referred to a black woman as Aunt Jemima.
Ooh.
Yikes. One staff member was tasked with giving their star instructor, Lori Zuckerman, a fruit salad only consisting of berries. When Lori found a single kiwi sitting at the bottom, he threw it across the room and shouted, "Whoever got this needs to be fired!" In a minute.
Wow. That's like movie-esque ego. Like, I didn't think there's people that would do one kiwi in a bowl of berries. Like, it'd be different if you were like deathly allergic. You got a kiwi piece in your berry bowl and you fucking break the glass, throw all the food on the ground.
In many cases, they would get drinks with and even sleep with their riders, something that the riders would brag about to the other riders in class. Yeah.
Shut up.
Who put this kiwi in here? SoulCycle riders long to be close to their favorite instructor, fighting over the height.
Dude, it's just mini parasociality. That's all it is. It's like the same shit as like Twitch streaming or fucking like K-pop or whatever, dude. It's just like they feel like a part of a community and the instructor's like a goal they could obtain.
Highly sought after and coveted front row. It introduces a type of cycling hierarchy where the most hard work.
Oh, that's so fucking weird. So if you're the closer you are to the instructor, the better you are as like an individual in this class. Like if you're back right to the class, you suck.
Working people are granted the ability to help lead the rhythm of the class. People will come to class extra early just to be the first ones to charge towards the front row bikes. For them,
damn, do you think they run there like it's Black Friday?
And their hard work praised by their instructor is everything to them. The most passionate ones even purchase $55 front row tanks from their merch store. Awesome. It's been said that instructors purposely keep the most attractive riders in the front row, often taking less desirable riders.
So what do they tell them? Hey, I see you're sitting next to my bike. I am the instructor today. You know, I've seen you in the class before, usually in the back left or right row, kind of where it's darker. You know, you can't really make out any faces over there. And, you know, I could kind of tell by your silhouette that you were, how do I put this, slightly repulsive. Seeing you in the sunlight here, you're kind of looking more like a vampire. Could you maybe go back over there?
Riders switch spot.
Could you maybe not cycle near us, or?
That's to achieve this. You love the energy. Let's put you in the back. Love that smile. You're awesome. Let's move you up. The need for a front row seat would often lead to riders being bullied verbally and sometimes confronted in person to the point where people broke out into tears. One rider who was thought to have been a master instructor's class favorite found that the other female riders put used tampons in her purse as revenge. Soul.
Yeah, I'm going to be cycling next to Vanessa today, okay? So let's say I've made it to the top of the... She's like sifting through her purse. What? Just her hand just touches the wet, fucking blood-filled tampon.
Cycle. Soul Cycle is not nearly as popular as it was a decade ago. Poor business decisions and a string of controversies regarding their company culture and the effects of COVID lockdowns impacted them harshly. While still profitable, their numbers dwindle as they attempt to mimic the success of companies like Peloton and by creating bikes for home use as well. Listen, guys, a lot of home workout programs can feel like a gimmick, right? Sometimes it feels like people would rather do anything and pay anything just to avoid going to a traditional gym. I know I would. But you know what? Any way you can do something to just be more healthy, I'd say try it. While many of these can seem silly, at least it's motivating people to take that first step and make an effort to get healthy.
Yeah, I think you just don't want to get trapped in that mindset that, like, this is the best way to work out. You could be like, this is fun. But I think a lot of them are over marketed to where it's like, hey, you're actually burning more. This is better for you than going on a run.
I suppose there's no harm in that, except for people like, you know, the Soul Cycle thing was probably a bit crazy. All in all, not a bad idea to just get up and be a little active. But until next time, my friends, stay active, stay healthy, and Tybo. We'll see you.
That was a W vid. All right. Next video. People call this monkey trade slavery. Lock in.
Every time you buy coconut milk, you might be buying slavery.
Never buying coconut milk. Saying that. But do you guys buy coconut milk? I may have bought coconut milk like one time. Ever. That tastes terrible. What, you saying a monkey made the milk?
Every time you buy coconut milk, you might be buying slavery.
Costco will stop selling one brand of coconut milk from a Thailand-based producer.
That's what the headlines say, at least. The world is angry.
Oh my god, do they chain the monkeys to, like, the tree and then make them climb it to go fucking pick the coconuts?
But is this really abuse? Or is this some ancient tradition that the West just doesn't understand? To find out, in this episode, we're traveling
How do you even train a monkey to do that?
across Southeast Asia. From the chaotic monkey markets of Jakarta to the ancient coconut jungles of southern Thailand. And we'll see how they're sold, trained in monkey schools, and put to work in towering...
Trained in monkey schools? They have a whole system where they train them? Do you think you could fail out? Like, how many monkeys do you think fail out of the school because they, like, don't listen? All right, I'm going to have this take off rip before... let's see if my take changes. I think if they're training them through a reward-based system and they're not, like, electrocuting them or some shit to, like, ingrain that they have to do this or they'll get hurt, I don't see this as a problem. Like, if they're just, like, hey, they end up training the monkey to go pick the coconut and then they give the monkey, like, a grape or something, I think that's fine. Like a dopamine reward. But if they're, like, zapping the motherfucker and they're like, we're gonna hurt you if you don't do it. Because, I mean, that's, like, the same thing as, like, retrievers. Like, it would be, like, the same thing as a retriever dog if you did it like that. It'd be like, okay, go get the duck. And then they go pick up the duck, you give them a treat, then they like doing it. I think the argument then still is that monkeys are smarter, and so it's like, are you taking advantage of that?
Yatinagara Pet Market. It's basically this like zoo where you can buy anything roadside. I think my goal today.
Oh my god. Oh. See, that upsets me. Look at the puppies.
I think my goal today is to see like how many different species we can possibly see in one day, just in one market. Exotic geckos next to.
Those were fucking like flying. Were those sugar gliders?
Then one day.
What are those? They're not flying squirrels. Are they sugar gliders? What are these? Are these flying squirrels? These little things right here? How do they even catch those?
This is one market. Exotic geckos next to someone's random house cat, all crammed together. There's sugar gliders everywhere.
Sugar glider. Answer my question. Never mind.
Different varieties of squirrels too, like just a ridiculous amount of.
Yo, I feel like this is like, it actually makes me realize, I know this is like a fucked up market, but this shit like makes me realize the amount of animals that exist that I don't know anything about. Like this looks like a skunk. This isn't a skunk. This is a squirrel.
Squirrels, including some kind of ground squirrel that apparently stinks.
It's a squirrel that have a bad smell. We call it bajing.
I think that's a skunk.
Yeah, bajing.
A bajing. It's a squirrel with a bad smell.
Yeah.
Kind of. Hi guys, this is one of those bad smelling squirrels. Apparently, he looks cute as hell. I feel really bad for this little guy. I don't think he's gonna last that long, if I'm honest. He's just kind of like hanging out there, rather wet. How much is this?
Berapa papa bajing? 150.
$9 for that fucking living animal, bro. What? I feel like I would buy that and then just release it into the jungle and hope it survives.
You come into stuff that's not even from Indonesia. Albino hedgehogs, Brazilian turtles. Brazil?
Yeah,
oh my god. Imported weirdness just everywhere. The whole thing.
But is this like for rich people? Like, are they eating these animals? Well, I feel like some of them, this is an exotic pet market. They have exotic animal markets for food, but like nobody's eating a sugar glider. Joe, what the fuck? What do you mean, Joe, what the fuck? We've watched videos where they have pet markets and right next door they have animal markets where they're cooking things. That's not, what do you mean, Joe, what the fuck? That's an honest question.
It's kind of fascinating, and it doesn't take long before we find our first monkey.
You have one monkey.
You're like, that's a chicken.
How much?
1 million.
1 million for one monkey.
$60 for a monkey. Bro. I feel like a monkey should be like $5,000. Like if you're buying, I feel like if you buy an ape, that should be like $5 grand. An ape or a monkey. Like that's like a smart ass animal. That's pretty hard to get.
Okay.
And it is pretty heartbreaking right away. These guys are tiny, not even a year old. There's 2 of them, and they're just huddled together in the rain while Jakarta's traffic screams past like it's nothing. Like, what do people buy them for? They buy for a pet? Or
dude, it just sucks because like if you buy it, you're fueling the business. Like even if you bought that monkey and then like somehow rehabilitated it and then put it back in the wild, like you're incentivizing this transaction. You know what I mean? Like you buying them isn't saving them. It's saving the ones that you're buying, but it's not stopping the cycle. Like this is a continuous thing that's just going to keep happening. Some of the animals here, I don't think are bad that they're selling them. Like there were like a few lizards. Like I don't think that's bad that you're selling lizards for either food or pets. Like I think that's fine. It's when you have like malnourished like baby squirrels and fucking like actual apes in cages.
Monkey won't get big. Really? They're macaques. I believe all of them are macaques, just a few different varieties of them. Mainly pigtail macaques and longtail macaques.
Dari mana, Pak?
Ini Sulawesi.
Sulawesi. And it turns out they've been shipped from Sulawesi. And in some ways, it hits even harder. I've just returned from Sulawesi, and it is one of the most beautiful paradises I've ever seen. And somehow, it's worse once it's confirmed. These aren't captive bred. They've been pulled straight out of paradise, just to rot roadside in cages. more macaques, this time in camo uniforms.
But then what are people doing with them? Like, this one's wearing a shirt. Like, is some random Indonesian man coming by and, like, buying this macaque for $60 and then, what, like, keeping it in a cage as a pet?
Turned into props from someone's idea of adorable. And they're also not albino at all. Their coats have been dyed.
Yeah, but, like, you can't keep that as a pet. Like, you're not going to be able to train that thing.
This kind of cheap trick to heighten the novelty and make an easier sale. And before long, we find the epicenter of the market, the monkey section. No longer the occasional cage tucked among birds and reptiles and hedgehogs, but a dedicated corner of commerce. Cage after cage of macaques in different shapes and sizes, lined up like products. They're from Sulawesi
And, like, how many of them are dying before they're even getting sold?
and Sumatra primarily. And then from here, they'll be shipped all over Indonesia.
Oh, isn't that when they start fucking losing their minds? What is that called? That's like an actual thing. Where they just, like, roam in circles. Zoocosis.
50 monkeys.
He has 50 monkeys. Why do you have that many monkeys, bro? Like, is there that big of a market for this?
Maybe less.
Around about 50.
Yeah.
And in just one stall here, they have more than 50 monkeys, cage after cage lined up. And then you see the ones that are already breaking. Some are clearly getting just wired up from being trapped in these cages for too long. Some of them are too small, they're too stressed. And once they get bigger, you can tell they're nowhere near as easy to sell anymore. Meanwhile, there are more cages with tiny babies. Some of these things are insanely young. Again, looking like they're barely a month old, clinging to each other like that's the only comfort they've got.
Oh my god, and they have no idea what's going on.
Oh, it's just 1 month.
1 month old?
Yeah.
1 month old? How did they catch that? Did they catch the mom and then the mom gave birth?
They've got these big cartoon eyes, these oversized heads, little hands gripping onto the cage bars. It's almost too cute, which is the problem. And you can tell exactly why. They've been taken away when they are at peak cuteness, peak sellable. The first stop is these markets, and then they get sold off as pets all across the country.
Yeah, but that many people in Indonesia own monkeys?
The monkey trade at Jatinegara.
Like, I wouldn't even know the first thing of taking care of a monkey. Like, what do you feed a monkey? Like, fruits and nuts and shit, but it's like, you have to, like, keep it entertained, and it needs exercise. Like, dude, that's the problem with it. It's on another level. But it's the same shit with, like, any animal owner in the United States, too. Motherfuckers will buy pets, not bananas. Motherfuckers will buy bananas. You're just saying banana. No, chat's not even saying bananas. Just banana. Okay, we're feeding them banana. All right, anyways. Oh my god, what was I saying? Motherfuckers will buy pets in the United States, not understanding how much work it is to take care of that pet. Like, it's unreal, dude. Even something as simple as, like, a dog. They'll buy a puppy and not realize, like, hey, you have to, like, train this thing, take it out all the time, watch it, make sure it gets exercise. It's, like, a smaller step of, like, raising a kid, bro. Obviously, a human's gonna be harder, but, like, I honestly think raising a dog is probably a pretty good training exercise for, like, keeping something alive. Like, it's not easy to... That's why so many dogs are misbehaved, too. They don't socialize them right. They don't get enough exercise. They'll buy a fucking... what's, like, the smartest dog? My god, it's a sheep-herding dog. It's a sheep-herding dog. It's so cute. Why am I blanking on the name? It's, like, one of my favorite animals. I would love to own one, but I couldn't exercise it enough. Not a husky. A border collie. Yeah, motherfuckers will buy border collies because they think they're cute, and then they keep them in an apartment 6 stories up in the city, and it doesn't exercise, and then it fucking misbehaves, and they wonder why. I'm like, yo, that dog's meant to be nonstop mentally and physically engaged. Those animals are bred to be, like, on the go and ready all the time. And you're using it as like a show dog. Like that times 10 now with an ape, I would assume. Like I'm guessing an ape's probably pretty active.
The sourcing is brutal. Babies here are taken by either killing the mother and or breaking up and scaring away the troop. But it's messy because long-tailed macaques aren't just pet market animals. Globally, they're actually a major biomedical commodity. Between 2008 and 2019, an estimated 450,000 were traded internationally, mostly exported out of Southeast Asia to labs in the US, Europe, and China. I think it's kind of a justifiable evil. But it means that there is a legitimate market for it.
Oh, to like test medicines on them and shit?
Jatinegara, though, is mainly domestic pet trade. And it keeps going through this legal omission. Indonesia protects species listed under its 2018 regulation. And that regulation does not include long-tailed macaques. They're not considered protected and an endangered species. The IUCN, though, did move them to endangered in 2022. But the IUCN is not law here. It's kind of like a warning light. And the regulation just has not been updated yet. So shutting down these markets is hard, unless authorities can prove specific permits or quota
Or
violations.
just smoking cigarettes in its face.
Or obvious cruelty just exists. And I find this a little bit strange, because a little bit further north in the south of Thailand, there is a monkey trade that's getting a ton of international pressure.
The brand Shako is accused of using monkey labor to pick the coconuts.
And that is getting cracked down on hard. And after checking it out, I find it a little bit more justifiable.
What's more justifiable? The fact that it's getting cracked down on, or the monkey usage to pick coconuts is less immoral?
These monkey schools in southern Thailand, in Surat Thani, run on a straight-up curriculum.
Do you think monkeys are sentient? I think all animals are conscious, but not in the same sense that we are. There's levels to it. Like, a chicken is not as conscious as a pig is not as conscious as an ape isn't as conscious as a human. Why? I mean, it's the levels of brain structure and perception that they have. Like, bugs are obviously not as sentient as humans are, but I mean, they're still conscious because they have experience. Like, consciousness is divided into a multitude of things. It's like, you know, memory, the capability to recall information, the ability to communicate, express emotions and feel emotions, which many animals, basically all animals, are able to do. Feel pain, and like a few other things like reason, you know, like humans can reason, or I guess complex understanding of things like dolphins, elephants, whales, where they can mourn. There's like a million categories that determine how sentient something is. Like, yeah, crows and ravens, somebody said in chat, very smart animals. I believe a crow, I don't know which one's smarter, a crow or a raven, but I think one of them has the intelligence of like a 6-year-old, which is like crazy. Border collies are like the intelligence of like 4-year-olds. And it's also divided into a few other things as well. Most people perceive cats as smarter than dogs, but cats are more individual creatures that are more critical thinkers, but less socially aware, right? They have different skills in different areas. You perceive cats as smarter because they're kind of like solo creatures that are capable of, you know, doing things on their own. But dogs, on the other hand, are very good at social understanding and emotional understanding and things that cats can't do.
Oh, hello, Swadika.
Wait, this is like the classes. Oh, so they have 5 classes on how to teach a monkey how to pick a coconut?
5 classes, 10 days each.
They have to fucking be able to determine the difference between a ripe and an unripe coconut and then tie a knot. I can't even do that.
Apparently is all they need. Oh, hello, Swadika. At least in the school. From there, they go into this kind of like apprenticeship program of training on actual coconut groves. We have a good 30, 40 monkeys behind us at this Thai monkey training school. That's where a lot of these kind of like monkeys end up. They're actual working creatures. And here in Thailand, they still have, as you can see, ridiculously tall coconut plantations. They haven't all been swapped out for the sort of...
You really think it's cheaper to train a monkey to do it than get like a machine to be able to do it?
Dwarf coconut trees you see elsewhere. So monkeys like this, they're...
Honestly, maybe. because the shape of the coconut, if all coconut trees were 25 feet tall and had an angle leaning 20 degrees, you could get a machine to adapt to that. But since they all grow differently and ripen at different times, probably is easier to get a monkey to be able to do it. How would a machine even do that efficiently? That's what I'm saying. Like, certain machines are only able to do certain farming efficiently, right? That's why, like, human farmers still, like, pick blueberries. But, like, you could have a machine do corn and, like, you could, like, you know, flood a bog or whatever it's called for cranberries and shit. Like, there's different methods of farming.
They're an essential tool in the south of Thailand or in Surat Thani. We're going to see exactly how they're trained up and how they're turned into coconut harvesting machines.
He has been doing this since he was 15 years old.
Wow, that's crazy, huh?
He's 57 now. Can you
57?
tell? He looks so young.
How many monkeys do you think you've trained?
He think about 1,000 of monkeys.
1,000 monkeys?
Yeah, about 1,000
Wow,
of
that's
monkeys
crazy.
already.
Okay, so the monkey school setup is kind of, I mean, I don't know what you'd imagine, because you don't know what a monkey school looks like, right? But essentially, a bunch of coconut trees.
Do you think he's training them and then deciding which ones are picking up faster and then having those ones breed to efficiently make a smarter monkey population?
Makes sense. These tires are attached to the bottom of them.
Like, he's selectively choosing which ones do better.
Each monkey gets one tire, one coconut tree. That's their hangout, their base. And they're
Oh, they get like a home?
Periodically brought into the sort of the class section, the curriculum section of the school. And I've got to admit, that's kind of crazy.
Like, I don't know if I think this is fucked up or not. Like, I've never even heard of this. They get their own home and they have to pick coconuts.
Crazy to me that you can train a monkey in 50 days to do this so full.
I'm kind of on the fence. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I need to know more.
Honestly, and trust me, these things will blow your mind. The level of mastery, the smarts of these monkeys are fascinating. Here it goes.
So the first step is to learn spinning the
Spinning.
coconut. To spin. They will do this for 10 days. Another interesting thing is like...
He'll just spin a coconut in front of their face for 10 fucking days until they pick up on that shit. Oh my God. Dude, that monkey's got to be so confused for the first 3 days. Just fucking watching this guy spin a coconut right at his forehead.
They cannot focus for...
No, they have low attention spans because they're babies. They need to be able to understand how to, detach the coconut from the tree.
A long period of time, right? So he said like only 2 to 5 minutes or less than that.
Oh, they only do this for 5 minutes? Oh, because he's doing this for 10 days, but they only do it in 5-minute intervals, and then he lets him go back and goes and grabs the other one.
That's all.
So it's like these short periods.
It's like Super Monkey Ball.
Periods of training.
Because they cannot focus. They don't want to be trained that long. Yeah, the well-behaved after training, he will sell like 15,000 baht.
15,000 baht for one
15,000
monkey.
baht for one monkey.
All right, guys.
What do you mean he's selling the monkeys to like different like farms?
Second step is now learning to hang on the tree.
The monkeys learn to use 3 limbs to twist while anchoring with the 4th. Then it's just a matter of elevation. Day by day, the coconuts get higher and higher.
That was super quick and super impressive. He jumped right up there, nailed the 2 down. Cool.
I mean, this is impressive to watch.
Let's move on to class number 3.
Selection. The monkeys learn to select just the coconuts that contain water, typically by their color.
He's like ready to roll this one.
Business time.
Oh my God, guys, this guy is like clipping along. That's 2 coconuts down, 3 coconuts down. He is absolutely crushing this. 4 coconuts.
Nah, he's not supposed to spin those ones.
5. Last one.
Class 4 is safety. These monkeys actually learn to untie knots and tangles because at 50 feet up, no
Whoa.
human can climb up to save them.
Whoa.
Wow.
To untie knots and tangles because at 50 feet up, no
Whoa.
human can climb up to save them.
Whoa.
And he knew which part of the loop to climb through to untangle himself. Dude, I feel like humans would struggle with that. Like, I would not know which one to climb through.
Whoa. That is crazy. I've never been so impressed. That was absolutely crazy. 3 different types of tangle that are common, 3 different types of knots.
He's gonna untie that?
Essentially just, you know, standard.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. He's gonna untie that. Dude, that is like when your charger cord gets like fucking wrapped around somehow in like 10, or like you're trying to untangle earbuds.
Types of knot, essentially
like
just
corded earbuds. He's gonna fucking get through that.
You know, standard, it's
no
through itself.
way.
He's gonna loosen it up with his teeth and then climb right through. One that's just doubled over, he just undoes the entire thing with his hands. Whew. Wow. All right, this guy's not a fan of me, but I am a fan of him. That was...
Oh, does he want to attack him?
Insanely impressive. All right, guys, we're loading up these monkeys. Very much vehicle trained. You see them hanging onto the side of all kinds of crazy contraptions driving around these areas. So it's time to go harvest some real coconuts.
Class 5, time to get real. Let's move from the classroom to the...
See, they do get treats and shit. I don't know. Like, it's hard to gauge their happiness. It doesn't seem like they're being mistreated right now. They're just on a leash so they don't run away. But it's like, if they're being rewarded, they seem fine. I know, but it's also like, well, if you took them off the leash, would they run away? And then you could say that's fucked up, right? That they have them. But you could say the same thing about a lot of dogs as well that don't like follow their owners.
Coconut Grove.
What else would they be doing? In the jungle, probably doing the same shit for themselves. I mean, now they just have food provided for them, maybe better medical care. Because, like, if they get injured, they'll probably be like, go to a vet.
All right, guys, we are on our way to the monkey.
They live better than in nature. I think that depends on where they're selling them to. I think that's something that needs to be said because this is a training facility. I don't know if they're training them and then in-house using them. If they sell them off to a farmer that's now using them in, like, hurting them.
Monkey farm is kind of crazy.
That would be animal abuse.
Dogs coming along. 3 monkeys. They look pretty old, pretty well trained. These are obviously some veterans in the coconut trade. And yeah, I don't know. Just...
Yeah, because like you would, the argument for it being fucked up is like, oh, because it's a monkey. But for like a border collie, it wouldn't. But border collies are also bred animals from, like, they didn't exist without humans.
Kind of wild just watching them hold on. I guess it makes sense. But let's see how it goes down. Dog seems amped up as well.
They're taken out to...
I mean, getting the dog some exercise, but he can't just get, but he can't hitch a ride. We're making him run the whole fucking way.
Seems amped up as well.
Does he want to run the whole way through? There's a little space in there. I mean, you can sit in there.
They're taken out to actual coconut fields and they're worked in a 3-monkey rotation. They're not ready yet for the full-blown day's work of a working monkey, but they're getting...
Oh, see, I don't think they should be working like 8-hour shifts. I feel like they should work like an hour. And then they get to do whatever the fuck they want.
Real experience in an actual field.
Yeah, I don't know if they should work an 8-hour. Like if you're making the monkey work a 9 to 5, I think that's probably animal abuse. I think that's crazy.
All right, guys, enough of
compensation for that. Yeah, they need a 401k and benefits.
The school, enough of the practice. Bowie, it is time for some actual harvesting, huh?
The 3 apprentices perform surprisingly well. They need constant coaxing.
That's a lot of fucking coconuts, man.
And their attention holds for just 1 or 2 trees before it drifts and they just can't be trained anymore. So that's why they're worked in rotation.
Oh my god, there's a huge tree.
At times, though, they're even working in parallel. Just
that's
2
like a 50-foot fucking tree.
Monkeys up there in the trees, 1 working each tree, harvesting together.
Alright guys, it's crazy how tall this tree is. Like, there's no way you'd be climbing up there. I mean, maybe you could if you had a death wish. But this monkey is making kind of short work of it. We are kind of having to call to him every now and then.
We work 9 to 5s though. Yeah, you also get benefits from your employer, and you're a human living in a society that, like, understands the idea of a 9 to 5.
It is crazy how high these things
You're choosing that.
are.
Like, society chose that.
But he's on his, like, maybe 4th or 5th coconut right now. And, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, the big issue is the monkey's not choosing to do it.
Here it goes.
That's where it's like, that's where people are going to argue whether or not this is abuse. outside of that, it's like, it doesn't really seem like they're being mistreated.
Flying everywhere, these coconuts. I gotta admit, you gotta keep an eye on it. It is a little bit dangerous. He's just calling out to it. It's being a little bit choosy, a little bit picky, hunting around, finding the right coconut, and then just boom, spinning them around. They come down in short order. They fly everywhere. Again, gotta keep an eye on it. Just crazy though, how high this tree is. And I've got to admit how effective this has been so far. One tree, maybe 6 or 7 coconuts. Yeah, maybe I should keep an eye on it.
And it's really hard to not be impressed by what these guys can do.
It's 2026. It's 2026, chat. Jesus Christ. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Give it a rest, bro. Come on, man. It's not funny anymore. It's not.
I don't know why. I was expecting took down, I don't know, 15, 20 coconuts in absolutely no time.
But like, how much are they selling? I know they're turning the coconuts into coconut water and then packaging, selling that. But like, how much do you think they're making off one coconut? Like, when the monkey rips a coconut off, falls to the ground, is that like 20 cents? Like, how much is that worth? Bro, the only other thing I worry about is, like, that motherfucker falling from the tree and dying. Like, obviously, it's a smart ape. Like, it's probably not, but...
Pretty impressive how selective these monkeys are and how much you kind of trust them. Like, he'll call out to them, sort of push them to take the coconuts, but as soon as it seems like the monkey is done, like he's saying, no, this tree has only got unripe coconuts left, he's just going to trust the monkey and not really push the issue. Huh.
Later that day, we run into real working monkeys. They arrive just right.
Wait, those were apprentices. So this one's like seasoned veteran, been working the biz for 10 years. He's got a pension built up.
Riding on motorbikes, pulling up to a roadside pit stop. One of them's on the side of a trike, the other's just hanging onto the back of a motorbike like a school kid in Vietnam, catching a ride home.
Wow, and they just hang out with humans. Do you think they perceive the humans as different from themselves? I always wonder that about, like, apes. Like, if you lived with a bunch of gorillas, would they be like, this guy's weird? Or would they see you as one of them? Like, obviously, like, a cat would see you as different. But, like, if you're, like, a lot of apes are very similar to humans. Would they just be like, that's a big human? And he's kind of pale.
Up there is a monkey gathering coconuts. It's been going on for more than 400 years. God.
They've been doing this shit since the 1600s. Who was the first motherfucker to try and teach a monkey to grab a coconut? Wow.
He's just shredding through that tree in absolute seconds.
You think he...
I will say this is the most impressive thing that I've seen in 2026.
Very gentle while he's doing that. He just like moving his hands like that. Not even...
We are only 9 days in.
Shouting or anything.
Right, the monkey just doing what it does.
Yeah. He said like the monkeys already know what to do, but he also like helped to guide a little bit too. So.
Like this seems to be far more working monkeys than the ones that we saw getting trained up. They don't have to sort of yell at them that much.
Andrew Fraser gets knocked out by falling coconut. Wow, these monkeys really are very fascinating. Oh! Just fucking one bonks him right on the head. Unripe too. Just a hard green coconut. There's gotta be, in the 400 years of them doing this, there has to be a colorblind monkey that really sucks at this and just fails out of the coconut school.
And these two are big adult males. They make the apprentice monkeys look like they're on training wheels. They're huge, strong, and they just blitz through trees.
Oh, these are like they're not even adults. These are like teenage monkeys.
Strong, and they just blitz through trees.
Can you ask him if he's ever been hit by a coconut?
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, just sometimes when they hit the tree and then, like, you know, just hit him too. Sometimes. But that is it. Like, you have to be very cautious. You have to fall.
Would that shit kill you? I know people die from falling coconuts every year, but like if that monkey threw the coconut and it like hit you in the head, would you just die on the spot? I feel like you wouldn't die. Even if it's like 50 feet. I mean, how heavy is the coconut?
We're told pretty bluntly that the meaner the monkey, the better they are for harvesting. And honestly,
what?
I can see why. These guys move at an absurd pace. you're filming below, and it's just non-stop thud of coconuts hitting around you.
Like his monkey.
I don't know. I wonder, like, do you think they find it fun?
They are very well trained, right? So one monkey can harvest about 1,000 coconuts a day.
1,000 a day? Nah, they're making this motherfucker work a 9 to 5. 1,000 a day. I mean, a tree probably has like 30 or like at least 10. So they're doing like 100 trees. That probably doesn't take them 8 hours if they're quick.
It's wild. They don't even really seem to come down. They just jump from tree to tree. They do kind of just take breaks up there every now and then, think about which one they want to knock down. But
yeah, hit a fire. They just start jerking off. Just a quick smoke break up at the top. Bro, they do that. Have you ever seen the videos? Bro, no, monkeys do that shit. I swear to God. Dude, okay, don't look it up. But you know he's up there, bro. Guy's like, come on, man. You haven't fucking it. Oh, why is it raining?
And as we drive around the area, we run into harvester after harvester. These little Honda bikes with a sidecar for coconuts. And you pull up and you see the monkeys just hanging out in the trees and collecting the coconuts. So again, guys, similar kind of setup. A couple of these trikes. Big boy monkeys, males. Mainly, apparently females and males can do this job, but the males seem to be the choice selection. They're rocking.
Holy fuck! That one of them grabbed that many in that amount of time? Dude, that's like 100.
Until midday, it is getting hot right now, so I bet they're about to take a break and just look at all those coconuts. Like, that is thousands of coconuts these guys have cleared out.
All right, I don't know about thousands, Andrew. I think we might need to take a class on counting. I'd go maybe 120.
There's monkeys working all around this area, and it does seem to be a pretty much thriving community of them. Oh la la. Every time it's a big adult male.
Yo, that one does look bulky as fuck, you know what I mean? He's kind of like that hippo from Madagascar.
Oh, he's a big one, huh?
I feel like he'd walk out some hardcore. Oh, God, their buttholes are always just out, bro. Damn. Why are you staring? I don't know. It's the entire backside of the monkey, bro. Now you're making me rewind to go look at its butthole, dude. What the fuck? Yo, like that shit. Stop. I'm moving forward.
These coconut trees is like about 100 years old plus.
Wow.
Because this area is like, it's not modern farming. So you can see that it's not like in the same line, just like other provinces that we drove past, right? So you can see like, this is not very well organized because it's like nature.
Right. In the West, we have a long tradition of working animals. Herding dogs, cattle dogs, horses pulling loads and racing, falcons used for hunting. And we don't see those really as shocking. We see it as kind of normal, charming even, as tradition.
Yeah. No, it really is like the same. It is the same thing.
And we don't see those really as shocking. We see it as kind of normal, charming even, as tradition. And the difference seems pretty simple. Dogs are working animals to us. Monkeys in our minds are supposed to be wild, supposed to belong in the jungle. But here in
because we've never lived around them, but if you're around them all the time, you'd be like, oh, that's normal.
southern Thailand, that distinction doesn't really exist. For generations, people have raised monkeys to work alongside them. This practice goes back well over 100 years. And today, by law...
Holy fuck! Talk about a Fast and Furious jump. I mean, he was confident in that.
This
wow!
practice goes back well over 100
I would not have done that.
years.
Holy shit, dude. That was like a... What if that shit snapped?
And today, by law, the monkeys are bred in captivity. They're raised from young, treated like family. One handler told me his monkey sleeps in his house with him. They don't describe this as labor, but as skill. Something to be respected, to take pride in. They even compete to see whose monkey is the best. How long has he done?
No fucking way. They have dude, this is just like a dog competition. Like where you have dogs just like see how far they can jump into a pool. Or like they go through those obstacle courses.
Guys, I've got to admit, I sort of came here thinking that I would come away with a very, very negative perception of this. And it hasn't been the case at all. Like, when you talk to these guys, they insist that they treat these things like they're their babies. They sleep with them, they're not kept in cages, they're out there in the coconuts. And
I don't know, man. It really ruined the dynamic if I walked into my monkey jerking off. I think that would be an immediate vibe killer. It's like when your dog humps you. It's just like, ugh, no, no. Dude, that's a top 5. That's got to be like a top 5, top 3 most awkward thing everybody experiences is going over one of your friend's house and they have a male dog that just starts fucking humping your leg, dude. And you're like trying to walk away and it just fucking grabs on you, dude. It's like a wrestler just fucking hunkering down on your leg, man. It sucks. And you're just sitting there like, ugh, no, I ain't doing that shit, bro. I'm gonna scream at that dog. If a dog starts humping me, I'm going, no, no.
Seems like a pretty symbiotic relationship between the handlers, the monkeys. It's been a tradition.
Joe's dealt with a hard banana. Yeah, then they get a red rocket. Oh, God, dude, that shit's fucking disgusting.
Here for up to 400 years. It provides livelihoods for the locals. I think there's something kind of compelling about it. And when you read online, you hear the negative sides of these stories. You're told that these monkeys are ripped away from their mothers as babies so that they're easier to train. People are uncomfortable with a wild animal being used for sort of labor. And I can't verify, a lot of the monkeys here supposedly are now bred in captivity.
I think that's the distinguishing factor, is if this has been like, if they're taking them from the wild and training them, that's different than if they've been bred for 300-400 years to be monkeys that work like and live side by side with humans, you know, because then they're starting to like distinguish themselves from wild apes.
But at the very least, I think it's more ambiguous than it is being portrayed as by some of the people out there on the internet.
There is also a practical reality as well. These coconut groves are ancient. Some of these trees are several hundred years old and they stretch as far as you can see. There are hundreds of
Oh, wow, this doesn't even look real.
thousands of
These are all coconut trees?
acres of ancient coconut grove in Surat Thani. It is the entire ecosystem.
Is it still common for people to use these monkeys to harvest the coconuts, or is it something that's kind of dying out?
Yeah, he said
At
it's
some point, there's going to be a machine that'll do it.
still pretty common around here.
And without trained monkeys, well, the alternative would be to cut them down. Replace these ecosystems with the tiny micro trees that are springing.
Oh, see, that's what I've seen. I've never actually been, like, I've never been to Asia, but I've been to, like, the Caribbean where there's coconut trees, and they're always, like, what, like 15, 20 feet? Like, I've never seen a coconut tree this high.
Replace these ecosystems with the tiny micro trees that are springing up everywhere else. And I think that's where things get kind of complicated.
They only can use the monkey in this area, cannot go other area. They'll get arrested by the police.
Really?
Yeah, because because of the, 2 or 3 years ago of the news, like the trading between Thai and the US, I think. Yeah, they're strictly forcing the laws.
Crazy, huh? So they're really cracking down on this way of life.
Yes, and it's like just not.
The monkeys get arrested or the people? Sewer water, take a guess. Take a guess. Sewer water, gun to your head. Do you think the human's going to get arrested for leaving the area and harvesting coconuts, or the monkey?
Look, I get it. Monkeys are incredibly intelligent animals. It can suck to see them on a leash. Watching them work, it can make us feel uncomfortable. But is this really so different from dogs and horses and falconry? Or is it just something that's not that familiar to us? It starts to feel like this double standard. Like animal labor is acceptable when it fits our Western traditions, but when it doesn't, then it's abuse.
These babies should...
Well, the weirdest thing about horse races is they're really fucking... Horses are, like, driven to the fucking brink, bro. And they're young. Like, when you see those horse racers, the only thing is, like, they have to work that hard for the first 2 years of their life. And to my knowledge, I don't even think the owners of those horses make that much money from the racing itself. Obviously, they're betting. But the money maker is when that horse is done, they just sell that horse to fuck for like 10 years.
Be cradled by their mothers, but they're prisoners.
The statement is by PETA, and normally I don't go with stuff that PETA says.
And in the end, this debate, I don't think it's going to matter for that much longer anyway. The new laws are already being put in place. It feels like Thailand.
Dude, that's the problem with PETA too, is like they'll have things that aren't crazy, but like PETA gets clowned on so hard because they take offense to everything. Somebody said I missed the old PETA. That's what I'm saying. It's like what they stand for isn't bad, but it's like PETA will be commenting about shit that's like not bad a lot of the time. And so then people just clown on them.
And is ready to move on. And the old groves, they're beginning to disappear also. Bit by bit, they're getting replaced with those short, stumpy trees. Something that can be easily harvested by a machine, benefiting from the new economics.
You see these short-ass coconut trees? These are the sort of modern plantations. They don't grow high at all, and you can just pick them right away.
Yeah, humans just pick them.
And so if you feel uncomfortable,
I will say, I think, I didn't know this existed where they could just have micro trees. I feel like they should just do this, but I do understand there's literally like thousands of acres of land of these tall ass trees.
about this at all. Let me just reassure you that I think this is a tradition and a practice that is going to just naturally die out. Anyway, fortunately,
It's going to naturally die out because it is just less efficient. Like, it makes more sense long term to just have fields of smaller trees that you could just have a human pick them or a machine even come by.
or unfortunately, depending upon the way you look at it, this is the future. It's just so much easier. So I guess I'm just happy I get to document this whilst it still hangs around.
Wow, what a fun fucking video to watch. Fucked up in the beginning, too. More questionable near the end, but what seems to be a reliable and good way to harvest will be replaced by diesel burning machines. Makes sense to this day and age. While the monkeys untying the knots this day is really insane. No, that was the craziest part. Like, that was the most impressive thing, was its capability to untie and crawl through knots to be able to like untangle itself. Next video chat, lock in.